In Louisiana, football is year-round. At Louisiana Gridiron Football, we're more than just a magazine. Our mission is simple: bring you the inside scoop on the teams that matter most to you. Go to LouisianaGridironFootball.com and subscribe today.
That's my yes. See, I can't see that far. That's the problem.
That's why we have a sideline guy.
That's right.
All right, we're getting this 15-minute quarter underway. We're playing with college rules to help these young men get ready for what will be that next level. And the kickoff will be bobbled at the 8-yard line and then picked up by number 4 of the blue team, Desmond Wyndon. And Wyndon able to get back at least beyond the 10 to the 14-yard line. And that will be the blue team with the football first, going right to left here.
Robert James, the 6-foot, 200-pound linebacker out of Kenner Discovery, was back there and made the special teams stop. So they'll be starting out at the 15-yard line now, will the blue.
So the blue team is quarterbacked by a young man that we're excited to watch. Number 5, Tyler Abshire, is out of Cecilia, Louisiana. 6'5", 190. And he'll have 2 receivers right, 1 to the left, and he's going to play action, roll out right side, and almost get picked by the red team's number 5 defensive back, Christopher McNair, out of Woodlawn in Baton Rouge.
And that pass was intended for Pineville's own Caleb Williams, I do believe, on there. And we saw in practice that connection was made a couple of times on there. Abshire going to Caleb Williams out of that slot position, so incomplete.
Again, the players wearing the same colored jerseys, but they're homeschool helmets. And that's where Miles Page on that sideline will help us out a little bit there as he shifts the running back to the right side. He's going to hand off to him up the 15 to the 20, still on his feet to the 21-yard line. On the carry is number 6 for the blue team.
Steven Williams was junior out of McDonagh 35 with the carry right there. Pickup of 5 yards on the play, and that'll be 3rd down and 5 now. Abshire in the shotgun.
With 3 receivers to the left, 1 to the right on 3rd down and 5. Back to pass, looking, firing, complete at the 25-yard line to number 82, Caleb Williams. Williams gets to the 27-yard line. Williams out of Pineville as it'll be 1st and 10 on the throw from Abshire to Caleb Williams.
Tacavian Martin out of General Trask in there on that stop. 1st down pickup of 7 yards.
Calling for the football. Quarterback's going to hand off. This is Steveland getting out of a tackle at the 22 to the 25, 30, 35, 40. Still on his feet, 50, 45, 40, 35, 30, and out of bounds at the 27-yard line.
Very shifty running right there. Going to pick up 43 on that carry. And, wow, what a big run. And making guys miss. Looked like going in there for some arm tackles, and he was able to knock that away. Touchdown saving tackle there by Martin out of General Trask. So 2 straight tackles for Martin. But, man, Steven Williams is really getting things going.
Mahmoud Bailey comes in as the tailback, and they're going to pitch it out to Bailey. Bailey, right side 25, lowering the shoulder and getting to the 21-yard line. A pickup of 5 on the play for Mahmoud Bailey, number 18. He is a 195-pound back out of St. Augustine in New Orleans.
Yeah, a lot of New Orleans folks up here in this one. Trying to get some names of some of the blue starters along that offensive line. We'll try to get. I did see Omar Lott. He's out there from Tioga. 65 is the center there. That's Quentin Ross.
Calling for the football. The quarterback's going to hand off to Bailey again. Bailey cuts back 20 down to the 15 to the 14-yard line for number 18, Mahmoud Bailey, just taking the handoff from Tyler Abshire. And Abshire played his first 3 years at Cecilia High School, this last season at CM Prep Academy there in Cecilia.
A couple others on the offensive line. Wyatt Schuff out of Iota is down there on the offensive line.
Near side, this is Caleb Williams, catches the pass kind of behind him a little bit, gets across the 15 down to the 12-yard line. So they will give that forward progress, even though Williams was driven backwards a couple of yards. They'll give him forward progress down to the 12. So 2-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd down and 8 inside the red zone at the 14-yard line.
Tyree Nelson on the stop that time. Another one out of McDonagh 35.
Make the 13 officially. Quarterback's rolling out, looking toward the end zone now. Stepping out of a tackle, but then being brought down. Abshire got away from one, but not the second. And he'll be brought down behind the line of scrimmage for what will be a 4-yard, 5-yard loss. It'll be 3rd down and 12 back at the 17.
Great quickness out of the Sam Houston defensive lineman. He goes 6'5", 244. That's Jacob Humphrey in there with the sack.
Opening drive of the game as we're 3 minutes into this first quarter. 15-minute quarters, just like in college. Abshire rolling out again. Abshire firing, and pass intended for number 85, Caleb Blanchard.
Going to get our first penalty of the day, too.
Let's go to the white hat.
50 offense. That'd be 10-yard penalty from the spot.
That's going to be 50 of the blue team getting the penalty called on them right there. And don't have that on the roster, so we'll have to see. I don't have a 50 on the blue team at all. I see a 58 that's out there, but it was the offside of it, Rich, so we'll have to see. Another one of those offensive linemen out there for the blue team that I know that we're both familiar with. That's big 74, Micah Mansfield. He was an offensive lineman, 6'3", 300 pounds from Washita Parish High School there, and of course in District 2 5A, who we had a chance to see a couple of times this year from Pineville and from Ash.
And we mentioned, again, young men from all over the state. That's what we like about this bowl. Not only is it right here in the center of the state, but it brings kids from all over the state. And 3rd down and a long bus
27,
ride.
yes.
3rd and 27. Abshire quickly trying to hit the slant. He's got Caleb Williams at the 26-yard line, so get some of those penalty yardage back. But it's going to be 4th down and a field goal attempt coming up.
They'll give him 7 yards officially on that one, and that's Caleb Williams again. And, you know, you saw that combination over and over in practice, that little slant. They like to go to it now. 4th down, and they've got the kicker out of John Curtis in there.
Austin McCready, number 16.
Holds an offer from Michigan, the University of Michigan up there, and I've seen him just very strong leg. You hate to announce or jinx him, but he was banging them from 50 plus.
Toward the Pine Street end zone. It'll be a 43-yard field goal attempt. No rush. The kick is on its way. It's got the distance, and it is good from 43.
43 yards on that one. That caps off about an 8-play drive that goes, 3 minutes and 52 seconds on there, and it is 3-0 in this one. And that's that leg we told you about of the kicker, Austin McCready out of John Curtis there, 6'1", 170, and has just a lot of leg, and he gets things going. And like I said, we saw him banging the kickoff out earlier. We saw him punting the ball. Had the hang time that he had when he was punting the football, too. You see why a team like Michigan will extend an offer to a young man that's a kicker.
And, of course, John Curtis down there in River Ridge, perennially in the Superdome or in the championship game of high school football, very well known. A lot of their kids recruited, and no doubt why that young man certainly is as well. 43-yard field goal with exactly 4 minutes gone by in the Louisiana Gridiron Football second annual All-Star game here in Pineville. It is 3-0 in favor of the Blue as McCready gets set to kick off.
Jalen Pendleton to the near side, and Randolph Armstead, number 29. Baker for Pendleton, and Carver out of New Orleans for Armstead are back deep to receive. Carver to the top of the field, Armstead to the near side.
So McCready gets sent to put a foot into it from the 40 here, kicking toward the Pine Street end zone with the wind at his back. I don't know if he needed the wind or not, Doug.
No, he put it 8 yards deep in this one, and of course you see the way that it's going out by the scoreboard that reflects 3-0 for the blue team. Now that big American flag that's out there, and it's not a small flag that's waving, so you know Miles made comment about the wind that was down there. You see that it does, and of course that's the direction the field goal went also, so had a little bit of leg with it, but the McCready kick is just he's got a powerful leg.
So the red team will come out with the ball for the first time here, again trailing 3-0 after the 43-yard field goal. Quarterback
Preuett
will be number
there.
4, Jordan Preuett, 6'4", 180, out of Lakeside High School. Handoff bottled up right away on the handoff to the tailback, number 6, Jocquez Lott. Lott, number 6, is out of Lakeside as well, up in Sibley, Louisiana.
Antonio Davis out of General Trask in on that stop. Also there, number 72, Cody Soche right here, Holy Savior Menard making that stop.
So again, you got 2 teammates in the backfield as the quarterback calls for the football, looks left, now comes back on the bubble screen to the right side, 25 to the 30 on the pass completion. Check our number here, that pass complete to number 20. And the way that
was 26, Jalen Pendleton.
Okay, I was going to say the way the jersey was bubbling up there didn't help me there. Out of Baker, Louisiana, 5'10", 150-pound slot receiver.
That was the Southern Lab number 11, Wicker, on the stop.
3rd down and 1 as they sweep it around near side, but number 6 going to be caught in that backfield. Jocquez Lott, 5'10", 208, out of Lakeside High School, and will lose 4 on the play. It'll be 4th down now, and they'll bring on the punter, number 99, Cameron Page from Pineville.
41 out of the blue on the stop there. Jalen Turner right there from Alexandria and Peabody. So you've got that Central Louisiana connection.
I really love
making
that.
Things go on. Loss of 4 on that one.
So Cameron Page getting ready to punt. 2 back for the blue team.
Into the wind this time. Said he's punted more in practice this week than he has all,
I saw that.
than he has all year. They were out kicking a lot during that long marathon practice yesterday that went from 9 till about 4:30. They broke for lunch in a couple of meetings, but I'm telling you, they were at it a long time yesterday.
But taking advantage of the opportunity to play here on this college field and have practice. They had their first practice on Thursday indoors. And this one
off the side of the foot is going to come out, and they'll do the little Price is Right march now.
And mark him at the 42-yard line. So kicking into that wind as well. The ball will be at the red team's 42.
Yeah, it's good, great field position here for the blue team that started out, got the 43-yard field goal on their first possession. This will start with 8:35 to go here, first quarter of play. And you've got Abshire in there, only one quarterback officially listed on the roster for the blue team.
I'm sure he doesn't mind. The running back is Colin Guillory, number 21. Guillory out of Church Point High School in Church Point, Louisiana. 2 receivers on each side. And the ref blows the whistle to signal the ball for play as the play clock starts. Fake, toss, right side, high on the pass intended for Desmond Wyndon.
That's the first, that's Jamarcus Johnson there out of Tenshaw on that on the blue team 84 that was intended for.
2nd and 10 for the blue team.
Okay, well, it's a different number than what I given in the beginning.
Than what you got there.
Well, I mean, yeah.
You see another Pineville young man out there on the offensive line, so good to see.
Handoff to 21, who gets hit as he crosses the 40 to the 39. Colin Guillory, though, will pick up 3, maybe 4 very hard yards, but gets inside the 40 to the 39. So a pickup of 3 on the play. It'll be 3rd down and 7.
Peyton Maracantel, the linebacker out of St.Edmund, and Eunice came up and made a huge stop right there. Just a big form tackle, 6'2", 220. Got his cheering section down there. Got a sign with his name on it, so that's great to see. Back to pass now is Abshire. He's looking over the top. This one is going to go incomplete as it's just a little bit overthrown. Intended for the Jonesboro Hodge receiver, and that is 14 of the blue. We'll see who that was. That's Caleb Hassan out of Jonesboro, Louisiana. There, 4th down now and 7 from the 38-yard line. And Abshire and that offensive unit, Rich, stay out there.
Yeah, they took the ball over on the red team's 42. And so thinking here, let's go ahead and gamble and go for it. Steve Land Williams Jr. Comes back in as the tailback to the left side. It'll be 2 receivers right, 1 left, and back to pass, throwing over the middle in heavy traffic, but pass intended for Jamarcus Johnson right at the 33, but incomplete, and it'll be a turnover on down. So all things considered, the red team a lot to be thankful for.
Well, yeah, and they've got much better field position than they had a little bit earlier in that, so they'll start this one at the 39-yard line. 7:50 to go here. First quarter of play. So glad you could join us, whether you're watching at Louisiana Gridiron Football or you're over there at 446 Sports. We certainly appreciate that.
Red team does take over as the quarterback Preuett hands off to the tailback, not finding a whole lot of running room. Does number 8, Deontay Gallashaw out of Leesville High School. So Gallashaw.
That's right. Number 30, Dakota Wilson out of Walker. At number 91, Marquise Dangerfield right out of Alexandria Senior High School. The Ash Trojans in on that stop.
Gallashaw, one of 2 Gallashaws from Leesville, his brother sophomore, but Gallashaw, the senior, as he comes out into the flat, the quarterback finds him at the 38 to the 40, stood up at the 42-yard line, but a nice pickup, just running out into the right flat as Preuett hit Gallashaw for a 4-yard pickup, 3rd down and 6 at the red 43-yard line.
One of the things I've been most impressed with as the good form tackling out of these defenses, that was Jalen Kendrick, 5'11", 175 out of Jonesboro Hodge there, Jonesboro, Louisiana, but just great form tackling by both these defenses.
Blue team leads 3-0 as back to pass on 3rd down and 7 going to left sideline. Got a man there, but out of bounds on the throw on the pass intended for number 85, the tight end, Greg Norman III.
Kendrick back in coverage once again for that. And so after a big, long drive on the first series by the blue team, the defenses have kind of taken over in this, and it's another 3 and out. It'll bring up 4th down, and we'll let Page get in there and look for a little redemption as unfortunately that wind has picked up just a bit more. But get the nerves out of the way, and we'll let Page get back to the form that he's used to and hammer one of them here.
Senior number 99, Cameron Page from Pineville on to punt for the 2nd time for this red team. As again, you got a few guys running on and making sure got coverage. No real press. Good booming kick will be fielded, and he fielded it on a knee, so down for number 4 of the blue team. That's on the
Desmond Winden.
Yes, Winden, who we've called in the backfield a couple of times, makes the catch but went to his knee, so down where he caught it, but a nice booming kick by Cameron Page.
Yeah, that was certainly great to see. And with that, it puts them inside the 20, the blue team, where they will start this possession from the 17-yard line. And this, though, they started on the 15 on their first drive and went 85 in that. They'll do it here, 6:23 to go, first quarter of play.
All right, so the blue team and their quarterback, Abshire, will pitch it out to the running back. cutting back inside, stood up at the 18-yard line.
Looked like he pump faked on the toss there. I don't know if he had a handle on it, didn't want it to slip out of there, and that threw the timing off of it just a little bit, Rich. And once the timing gets off on a toss or anything like that, a little quick hitting play, it's difficult to get that thing going, especially with a group that is just getting together for the first time. So as you expected, just a couple of yard gain.
Yeah, Mahmoud Bailey for that 2-yard pickup. Number 18, Bailey. Quarterback Abshire calling for the football on 2nd down and 8. Back to pass over the middle off the hand of number 11, Jaden Johnson. Pass incomplete. It'll be 3rd down and 8.
So just three completions, it looks like, by Abshire. 3 of 6 early in this one. All 3 of his completions to Caleb Williams for Pineville. 3rd down and 8. Need to get something going here. That red defense, after that big drive on the first series, has really bowed their backs in this one and are playing well. And everybody thought a high-scoring game. It's 3-0 here early.
So far, the under definitely.
The under is working. That's
the
correct.
under is working. Low snap. Abshire picks it up, fires complete to the 30, 35, 40. That is Williams to the 42-yard line. And, Doug, you told me this yesterday that watch Abshire to Caleb Williams, because they were sure hooking up a lot in practice. And, you know, you only have a short time to develop chemistry, if you will, with someone. He certainly has developed it with Mr. Williams from Pineville.
40 yards receiving now for Williams on the 4 catches.
Abshire runs the option, pitches it out to number 4. And that's Wyndon and Desmond getting some nice yards getting beyond the sticks to the red team 47. And we have a timeout by the red team. As a timeout red team, we will keep it here, though, Doug.
Yeah, it's one of the greatest spin moves that I think I've seen by the youngster that time. Actually spun back to the inside, but did kind of a jump cut like you saw Barry Sanders would do, but spun all the way around and got back to the inside and ran the ball. 5:14 to go here. First quarter of play. The only 3 points were the McCready 43-yard field goal, 42-yard officially field goal. If you are down here and you're listening along, we appreciate that. You know, go check out the food trucks that are down there. We certainly appreciate the Creole Cockpit. Saw some shrimp and grits up here from that, some chicken tenders and jambalaya a little bit earlier. You had the hamburger from Down South Cooking on there.
Oh,
and
it was down south good.
And we've got a food truck down there called Big Bellies. And you might can imagine what that's been a hit. And so we're seeing this great crowd that is out here tonight. Must be close to a couple thousand folks out in the stands tonight enjoying the good food truck food that's down there.
Enjoying a couple of first downs on this drive as the blue team up 3-0 as the quarterback is Tyler Abshire. 3 receivers left, 1 to the right for Abshire. He's looking left side. He's going to step up in the pocket. Wanted to throw, but felt the pocket collapsing on him as Abshire will be brought down behind the line of scrimmage at the 49. He will lose 2 on the play. It'll be 2nd down and 12.
Now, this is a strange one here in the Louisiana Gridiron football. This is the only player out of the state of Texas. He is from Plano, Texas. John Paul II. He goes 6'1", 257. That's Dylan Harris out of Plano, Texas.
Yeah, so how you explain that, Lucy?
Needed a spot. There was
okay.
a spot, and so wanted to get some exposure to some Louisiana schools, and Bryson accommodated. He said it's about the kids.
Yeah, it is. Handoff. Nope. Fake on the handoff and then complete to Caleb Williams at the 42-yard line on the quick slant. So a nice job of deking it to Dimitri Wright Jr. and then Abshire hitting Caleb Williams in stride for that is a 8-yard pickup. It'll be 3rd down and 4, 3rd and a long 4.
Told you early, watch Abshire to Williams. Very impressed. You know, we saw Caleb Williams catch a lot of good balls against Ash this year in that game.
Pitching it out near side. This is number
Number six
with the run, Steve Land Williams Jr. And Williams gets very close to a first down, getting inside the 40 to the 38-yard line. Is going to be inches short of a first down. So it'll be 4th and 1 as Coach Marcus Randall,
no question
about it, will go for it. It'll just depend on what package offensive coordinator Darren Moore from Pineville High School, the head football coach there. You see him way off to the right. He's calling the plays.
I thought he just got in trouble. That's why he had to be down there. 4th and inches. That was the youngster out of McDonagh 35, Kendrick, that made that stop.
He's got Steve Land, and he's going to hand off to Williams. Williams gets the first down and then some as he gets inside the 35 to the 34-yard line. He'll pick up 5 on the play. And a nice first down for the blue team as they continue to dominate both time of possession as well as first downs with a 3-0 lead, courtesy of a 43-yard field goal off of the leg of Austin McCready.
Sterling McKeithen out of Lusher with that stop. We had to go back and look at the helmet to see which number 9 he was.
And this is Steve Land again. Steve Land to the near side to the 31-yard line on the carry for the 5-10 back out of McDonagh 35 in New Orleans.
Josh Lazaro with the stop there, 6 foot, 250-pound tackle out of North Lake Christian there in Covington. And blue team seems to be going along. Miles, what are you seeing?
Well, it's definitely been an interesting show so far. That wind seems to have stopped. These guys are loud on the sideline. I don't know what it's like on the blue sideline, but I imagine it's the same.
I like it. I like it a lot. Off the hands of what would have been an interception for the red team.
Continuing to, and look at the youngster doing the push-ups because he dropped that. That's great. Well disciplined. Number 10, Tyree Nelson, 6'2", 210 out of McDonagh 35 there in New Orleans. And remind me of Willie Mays Hayes there from Major League when he hit the ball in the air and had to do the push-ups. So.
Well, he certainly knows that he had him a McDonagh pick 6 there. But
Red would have taken the lead there.
Yes. 3rd down and 7 as the quarterback Abshire trying to dump it off to the tailback, but no go thanks to big number 92 for the red team.
Yeah, Dylan Harris, again, the youngster out of Plano, Texas, and John Paul II was able to recognize the screen. It looked like Abshire set up the screen on there and let the defense in. And when he saw that and saw the back trying to slip out of the backfield, then he just stepped back a spot or two, a yard or two, put his big paw up and knocked that down, and that brings up 4th down. And now a 48-yard attempt from the youngster McCready from John Curtis.
He has a 43. This is from 48 yards out. No rush, but still he's got to hit it over this defensive line that is standing there. Snap, kicks on the way. They jump. They don't rush, but they jump, and he's got it from 48.
And made it out into Pine Street and into the front yard across the way. So a 42-yard field goal attempt and a 43-yard field goal and a 48-yard off the leg of McCready, and it's 6-0 here with 1:54 to go.
Wow. And I loved the red team there. They're not supposed to rush, but you didn't tell them they couldn't jump. And so they jumped, but that didn't affect the football, again, that went over the end zone fence into the Pine Street end zone as cars are coming by. You
don't see a lot of those field goals of that length get onto Pine Street. A lot of times you'll see, of course, routinely extra points end up in the front yard. But a big field goal boomed like that. That young man's got a bright future ahead of him if, in fact, he takes that offer to Michigan. And had a couple others. I think Arkansas Monticello was one of the other offers that he had. We'll check on.
We're going to get into some of those, especially in the second half. Right?
Had it from Memphis and Louisville, but Michigan stands out in that.
Yeah, let's see. Go play for Jim Harbaugh or go play for
Arkansas Monticello.
Yeah.
Or let's see. And don't take anything away from Arkansas Monticello.
All right, so the kickoff by McCready will go into the end zone and cannot return that one out. So it will be first down for the red team, trailing 6-0.
In this one, in a game that plays that are missed, you saw the young man, number 10, from the red team. That was Nelson that had a clear pick six. If he catches that ball, there's nobody that's going to stop him, and you get 7-3. Instead, it's 6-0. But again, that red defense holds the great equalizer in this one, and an early impact player of the game has to be McKeithen in that one with the 2 40-plus yard field goals.
It is a beautiful Saturday night here. I know inclement weather is expected after midnight tonight, but
I pushed it back here.
I'm glad you did. It messed with us last year. Quarterback's going to keep it himself and not what was designed, but on the handoff that was intended for number 22, Dylan Lewis, and quarterback then just has to slide in place there. Hayes Fawcett. The new quarterback that is in 6'1", 180 out of Kinder High School.
Yeah, it's the first time we've seen Fawcett in the game there, and unfortunately, just a bad exchange or no opportunity for an exchange there.
A minute 14 left in the first quarter. Play action. Fawcett again now. Fawcett running for his life, and Fawcett's going to go down short of the 20 at the 18-yard line. Fawcett gets some of it back, but it's still going to be 3rd down and 11, and this particular offensive series not going well for the home team.
No, not at all. And big Chris Norris out of North DeSoto there in Stonewall came up, made a big play. Had an opportunity to talk to him on Thursday night. Just a great young man, and you know that he's going to be a ball player.
Great. Had an opportunity there on media night to see several young men, get to talk to them, hear about them. Back to pass is Fawcett, sets up the screen to number 15 at the 20, trying to find some running room, but it's going to be shut down very quickly.
Backside pursuit there by looked like Kendall Rowan came up and made a big play out of St. Augustine, if I've got that number correct.
And the pass was completed to 15, Andrew Myrick out of Central High School in Baton Rouge.
Great season that St. Aug had as we end the first quarter of play here. Allows us to give you a little bit of a story on that one. 1 quarter in the books, it's 6-0. Blue team is in here, but you remember St. Aug loses by 1 point to Rummel in the semifinals. Rummel goes on, of course, to win it all there. And so just 1 point away from beating a very good Rummel team. Lost twice this season to Rummel just by a couple of points. So
and both of them in that New Orleans, area. So they're big rivals, and they're bitter rivals, if you will.
Correct.
And so a little bit of that we see here as well. As 1 quarter is down, and again playing by college rules, college time as well. So it's 15-minute instead of the 12-minute that we're accustomed to on the high school level. Trying to get these young men ready, Doug Gann, for the next level.
They are, and that's what this is all about. This is not really a high school game. It's like a bowl game in college, because you're really getting ready. If you're not in the playoffs, a lot of the coaches you talk to will tell you it's just practice and it's getting ready for next season. And that's what you're doing. So they'll flip the ends of the field, and they're getting ready for their college, hopefully their college careers. The ambition of most every one of these young men that are playing in this game is to get somebody to give them a look and say, hey, come play football for us at any level that we've got. And they're out here working their tails off. And
opposed to the tape that they may have from their high school careers, having one from a bowl game is also very nice. As Cameron Page boots another kick fielded at the 25-yard line. Fair caught by number 11 of the blue team, Jaden Johnson.
Just in my head, but trying to figure that out. That was about 50 yards. Miles,
I bet I know who does know how many yards it is.
That's right.
Yeah, by my calculations, that is 50.
Yeah. That's great. And look, going over an opportunity to chat up the punter for the red team. We appreciate the dedication and hard work there from our sideline guy.
Yeah, I was really hating to see Miles, or hating to see Cameron Page graduate for a lot of reasons from Pineville High School, but one of them was because his dad has said that he's graduating with him from the sideline. So
if he stays close to home, we can use a sideline guy. I'm just throwing that out there.
It's certainly in my prayer thoughts, so we'll see what happens there. Meanwhile, the blue team with a 6-0 lead has the football back. As the play action quickly out into the left flat, complete at the 30-yard line up to the 32-33. They're going to mark him officially at the 34 before being pushed back. And so nice pickup of 2 or 3 on the play after all said and done. Be second down.
No gain on the play.
84 Elijah.
No gain, I'm sorry.
Elijah Ward that was out there on that. They've got him listed as an offensive lineman, but he's out there playing defensively. And these guys are listed one way, but the coaches all said, hey, not one young man questioned, say, hey, look, we need you here. We put you there. They just want to get out here and play. That's a youngster from Franklin Parish. He goes 6'1", 250. So the size difference this year versus last year, you've got a lot more size out there, and the official waves off the flag that I didn't even see that was thrown.
Off the penalty flag. No flag on the play.
That reception was actually Jamarcus Johnson from Tensas.
There you go,
wide receiver.
Tensas on the reception, or out of the young man out of Tensas. You see Dane Reeves on the sideline, the same side. He's at the other end that Coach Moore is on. So
officials are running in with some type of discrepancy here, and
not sure.
I know the white hat's not, but he hasn't gotten much mic time tonight, so maybe he'll get some here.
You love to see the guys coming together, though, and just figuring it out, work it out. Hasn't changed anything. They'll come make some explanations over here.
So it's 6-0 as we are 1 minute into this second quarter of the Louisiana Gridiron Football All-Star Game. Handoff coming near side and getting some great yardage across the 35 to the 40 is Colin Guillory, number 21. Guillory on the nice run.
That's Sterling McKeithen out of Lusher back there with 84 Elijah Ward. He's out of Franklin, so but not after the first down pickup.
Good run by Guillory out of Church Point. Back to pass. Quarterback fires. Got a man and off the hands in red team territory. Hot pass intended for Caleb Hassan. And Hassan could not bring it in out of Jonesboro Hodge. Hassan may still be running had he been able to bring that one in. But incomplete, makes it second down and 10 from the blue team 43.
A couple of the passes that Abshire has thrown have been off the target. That one was there, probably should have been caught, but the ball gets in there so fast off of the right arm of Tyler Abshire out of the Cecilia area.
Abshire, the only quarterback on the blue team roster. Quickly looking, got a man running in stride, complete at the 30, brought down at the red team 24-yard line, 23 officially. Nice pass to number 1, Tyler Williams out of Metairie Parks Country Day.
Yeah, that was, man, what a catch that was. You know, you talk about the only quarterback on the roster. In warm-up, we did see Caleb Williams out of Pineville running some plays back there also.
We did, especially some of those option plays. We'll see if indeed he does get any time at the QB, but Abshire fakes the pitch, now dumps it to number 18 as he's got some running room. Mahmoud Bailey to the 5-yard line. Nice job of faking the pitch to Bailey, and then as the defense lets up a little bit, Bailey continues to drift into the right flat, and he spots him and gets the ball to him, and then Bailey with a lot of yak coming after that catch makes it 1st and goal from inside the 10 at the 6-yard line.
red team defense has been good all, I guess, first quarter plus a couple of minutes of holding and stiffening up and keeping that blue team out of the end zone. They face, though, first and goal with the blue team on the 5.
Calling for the football is Abshire. He's going to hand it sweeping. Bailey at the 5. Bailey the 4 to the 3. Does he get in? The official says yes. Nice run by Monmu Bailey, taking it in from 6 yards out.
Yeah, just a lot of speed over there and even strength to finish that run because he was in a tackle on the far side right at the end of it. But Bailey was not to be denied, fought his way in, 5-yard touchdown run that capped off, followed the 18-yard little reception from Bailey.
A lot of running room starting from this near side hash mark, and a good job by Bailey, who certainly earned that one. Extra point coming up as it's 12-0 as we await the first extra point attempt of the night. Again, no rush. Kick is up, and no doubt about that.
I think it hit the softball field.
I don't know that it went that far, Doug. But so the blue team takes a 13-0 lead here over the red team with just a couple of minutes into quarter number 2.
We are 13:04 to go in the first half. A minute 44 on that drive, and Marcus Randall has that blue team running quite efficiently here. And man, this is what you expected out of this game. I fully anticipate that red team to get going and get things set up here.
Again, we thank you for joining us here for the 2nd annual Louisiana Gridiron Football All-Star Game. I'm Rich Dupree along with Doug Gann, Miles Page working the sideline for us. We're so glad to be able to have this game here in the city of Pineville, right in the heart of the state. Teams, players arrived on Thursday. They were greeted at a noontime gathering, given their instructions. Then we went right into practice, their first practice of the day that afternoon, and then 2 full long practices yesterday before getting ready for today's game. As McCready puts a foot into it, and it will go on into the end zone as the wind had died down for just a minute.
Again, a big shout out to the Alexandria Pineville Area Convention and Visitors Bureau, helping to put this thing together. Country Inn and Suites here in Pineville for opening up their indoor practice facility this morning. That's the big conference room that the walkthrough this morning actually went back inside because there was more weather this morning that came in than there was this afternoon. So we're excited about that they're able to play there. Of course, the city of Pineville, Louisiana College, Dr. Brewer, and Rainey Mason, the AD, head coach Justin Charles, that addressed this group on Thursday afternoon. Just a big joint effort helping Andy Bryson and Louisiana Gridiron Football put it together.
Red team back to pass is number 4, rolling out, firing across his body, and almost brought in. Jordan Preuett on the throw, almost brought in by number 81, Solomon Winston. Winston had a chance to catch that, but did not. And let's see.
You know, it was hard because the quarterback run to the near side had to turn and square his body up. And when he squares up, he sees Chris Norris coming in, number 44, and just throws that one up at a ball that still could have been caught.
Yeah, I was going to say he saw him. He saw him pretty good there. It falls incomplete, 2nd down and 10. And Preuett now going to quarterback, keeping himself on that RPO. Ball comes loose after he hit the turf, I thought. And blue team says they have it, and the official is not disputing it.
That's Jalen Kendrick out of Jonesboro Hodge that came out of the stack with that one. And the last thing you want to do is give this blue team that's got the momentum the ball on a short field. But, Rich, that's exactly what they've done. 12:45 to go here until the half. And the blue with their best field position of the day. It's from the red team, 27.
Already up by a score of 13-0, fresh off a long touchdown drive after 2 field goals from way downtown. And now the blue team in red team territory, the blue team being the visitors on the scoreboard. And a whistle, as I was going to say, a challenge flag has been thrown on.
Eric Randall and that red team wanting to take a timeout and make sure that they have everything on, because Abshire is really getting into a rhythm. And I'm telling you, you came out, and he's got the benefit of taking all of the reps, because one of the quarterbacks that was slated for the blue team did not show up in this one, and so it's given Abshire, the big quarterback there off of the blue team out of the Cecilia area on it. He is number 5 on here tonight, and no offers for this young man. Somebody is going to steal a great quarterback.
Yeah, I was going to say, I got to believe that's going to change after tonight. Would certainly think so.
Yeah, that young man's just got all the tools. He's got the size. Haven't seen him run out of the pocket, but really hasn't had to. His favorite target on the night has been Caleb Williams, and Caleb is now in the slot far side.
So 2 receivers on each side for the blue team after the timeout taken by Coach Eric Randall. As Abshire calls for the football, he's looking that way. He's firing toward that corner and intercepted. Yes.
They're seeing there. That's an interception there, and I'll tell you how that happened too. That's the red team's number 23 coming up with Takavian Martin out of General Trost there in Lake Providence. And I think that was a little bit too much faith in Abshire's arm too, as he's stepping off of his back foot when he makes that throw, Rich. And you do that against, a normal everyday group, but these are guys that all have the opportunity to go and play in college. And wow, what a big big time play there.
So again, the blue team was marching again, had gotten the ball after a turnover in red team territory, but a good timeout, if you will, called by Coach Eric Randall to settle his red team down. Pass was intended for his favorite target, Caleb Williams, but intercepted, and the red team has it back. As the quarterback fires out complete at the 8, out of a tackle at the 10 to the 11-yard line on the pass completion to number 26, C.J. Golden. Let's see, nope, 26.
Jalen Pendleton there is who that is out of Baker, and made a shifty little move right down at the end. Coming in from the blue team and making the stop, though, was number 11. That's going to be Mike Wicker out of Southern Lab, I believe, that came up and made that stop. Looking at the yellow helmet. Yep, that's the Southern Lab helmet. So we got 2 11s on the field. One's a receiver and one's a DB.
26 sweeping right side, and on the carry on the sweep is Jalen Pendleton.
Great pursuit, second tackle by Alexandria Senior High School's Marquise Dangerfield, and played on that line with just a lot of, he played right there with Jacobin Guillory, who was a big LSU signee, and a couple other players, and out of a 3-man front, and just able to rotate in and play along some guys that are going to be playing. And Marquise really grew up this year, and he's showing that tonight.
It is 3rd down and 8 for the red team, trying to take advantage of this situation. Hayes, Fawcett rolls out. Fawcett fires complete.
They're calling incomplete on the sideline.
That pass is incomplete.
That was Jonesboro Hodges, DB there, number 10, Jalen Kendrick, coming up in defense of that, but the ball thrown only where the receiver could catch it, and the official that was looking right at him says it hit the ground.
So pass incomplete.
Appreciate all of those that have switched over from the LSU game after that one. That is a third quarter score, 56-14. Tigers on top of that one.
Yeah, no need to watch that one anymore.
My goodness. Sending a statement out.
So punting from his own end zone is Cameron Page. Good high booming kick fielded at the 46-yard line. Now on the return for the blue team is Desmond Wyndham, and Wyndham down the left sideline in front of his blue teammates
I just almost look at the no rush on there. These teams aren't really going full speed, and normally you would see a fair catch in that. That Wyndon took that ball and went down the far sideline and was only, a player or two away from getting there.
But again, what a good booming kick by number 99, Page, only to, again, you would think special teams might be a little more prepared to make that stop. But, again, you got a lot of young men playing special teams that don't normally play.
That's correct. But I'll tell you, the first time I've seen Cameron kick the football this year short of the one game, really has a great leg on him, and so that's good to see the youngster there. This drive from the 33 is where it will start.
So the blue team in great field position once again, comes out near side, flag on the play as the pass is complete to number 6, Steve Land Williams Jr. He'll go out of bounds at the 31, but we'll see if the play stands as the white hat gets ready to make a call for us. He gets the call from the official.
Number 1, Peyton at Maracantel.
We have illegal formation, 5 in the backfield.
There you go, formation, the call, 5 men in the backfield, and that's what led to that little swing pass. You had one of the receivers not on the line. You've seen that over and over and over when he looks at the official and asks if he's okay. The wide receiver that time didn't do it, was back off the line and not on the line of scrimmage, led to the 5 men in the backfield there.
So temporarily halts what has been a move here by the offense of blue team into red team territory. First down and 15 now from the 38 of red. Blue team calling for the football as Abshire is going to hand off and plowing across the 35 to the 30 to the 27-yard line. For the blue team, nice run. Check the back here in just a moment. That's who I thought. Number 7, Dimitri Wright Jr. out of Walker, Louisiana, 5'10", 190-pound back for the blue team.
Jabbar Triplett in on that stop. Again, Triplett, you remember, is the Arizona commitment and signee, signed in the early signing period, and he's going out to Arizona there.
To play for the coach that was at A&M last year. Escapes my memory. Two receivers each side. Ball is tipped up in the air and almost again by the red team, almost making a big defensive play.
That's Peyton Maracantel, who has play after play, we've been calling his name, always seems to be around the football. That is Peyton Maracantel, 6'2", 220 out of St.Edmund, and you hear, of course, Randy James announcing that, and his family sitting right under us have the signs and in here. And Rich, I'll tell you again, I'm just impressed with this crowd that has made it out here tonight.
See a few umbrellas open, which concerns me a little bit, but Abshire back to pass, complete near side, and putting that shoulder down and breaking away from the tackle for the blue team is number 11, wide receiver Jaden Johnson out of St. Louis High School in Lake Charles.
Yeah, out of the tackle that time. Had an opportunity to stop him short was Tyler Mansfield out of Ruston, but he went right through that and showing grit and determination. 9:35, you see the clock up there, 13-0. Blue team is on the board. They are the visitors in this contest. The home standing red team needs to make a stop right here.
Quarterback going all the way for the blue team out of Cecilia, Louisiana is Tyler Abshire, and movement.
Yeah, you're going to see a false start look like by, turn it on now and repeat.
Well,
We have a false start, number 76, offense, 5-yard penalty, repeat first down.
76, you normally like to call the local guys, but not this particular time. That is Omar Lott out of Tioga.
he was the only one moving, so it's not a good sign.
Correct.
But again, all these young men, they've only had a brief period of time to get to work, the cadence of the quarterback and many of the other things are so rushed. It is 1st and 15. Abshire over the middle, and intended target was number 17, the tight end, Terrence Jordan.
You talk about the cadence and learning the cadence. A lot of these quarterbacks, Rich, have their inflection, have the way that they do it, and you see a lot of that hand clap they do. And when they clap the hands, they wait a half a step and snap the ball. Well, he's played for quarterback Blake McGehee over there in Tioga, and if his cadence is a little bit different, he's used to that. It's difficult to pick that up. So you understand a lot of these false starts in a game like this.
So second down for the blue team after false start.
So moving them back again. Penalties have been the only thing that's really set the blue team back, if you will. Abshire with 2 receivers both sides. Play action. Now back to pass and gets the ball away somehow to Caleb Williams, I believe.
Correction, 85.
85, check that for the blue team, is Caleb, well, it was Caleb Blanchard, 6'4", out of Woodlawn in Baton Rouge.
49, Matthew Retief was in there on Slidell making the pressure. Almost got to him, forced Abshire to rush that a little bit, but a great pickup by number 85 there. 8:15 to go here. Clock continues to run. 3rd down now and 10. Back to the original line of scrimmage. Getting back the penalty yardage there. Abshire in the shotgun.
Inside the 20 at the 14-yard line. Abshire back to pass, looking near side, and route had Caleb Williams cut in, and that was toward the corner, and so he curled in instead of curling out, and pass is incomplete, and it'll bring on McCready.
McCready coming in for this one. And now this one, Rich, will be 15, 25, 32-yard attempt. See where they spotted. And you see the fans starting to trickle up top here. Officially 31 is where they'll mark this one.
As the rain picking up or starting to drizzle, if you will.
I will.
Might mean a good opportunity to go visit one of the food trucks down below. Kick is on its way, and it is good.
31-yard attempt on that, and now 3 for 3 is McCready, and he is and he's making his mark for the player of the game offensively. And what a weapon that's going to be with a young man. Now, granted, at the next level, there'll be 11 guys or so coming after him, but he's showing the ability to be accurate on that and have the leg for it.
And even from the standpoint that, you know, these are high school seniors, there's so much more development that happens to a lot of these young men on that next level. So Louisiana Gridiron Football giving them the opportunity to showcase that on such a big platform. And again, we appreciate our great sponsors, the Alexandria Pineville Area Convention and Visitors Bureau being among those that are helping hopefully bring this event here for many years to come. This is just the 2nd year of this bowl game, and we certainly are looking forward to it continuing for a long time. It's hopefully found a home here on the campus of Louisiana College. Kick is on its way from McCready, and it will go into the end zone. Again,
that
just
one was
not
into
something.
the wind.
Yes, that's just not something you see on the high school level very often.
No, it's not. And, you know, we'd heard a lot about him, but that's a reason that Harbaugh and that group from Michigan are interested in him. Just looking over some of the other schools that have offered some of these players. Nichols has an offer out. Northwestern State, Mississippi College, East Texas, Southwestern, Lamar, Mississippi College, Arkansas Monticello, Hendrix College, New Mexico. So offers from all over. And a couple of them picked up offers from LaGrange High School outside of Atlanta this week.
How about your blue team fans? Where y'all?
Randy James always doing such a good job of getting the crowd up no matter who it is. Handoff goes right up the middle. Red team showing a little bit of life, picking up 8 on that. Have to see who's got the carry, and that is 29 with the carry for the red team.
Carrying it for the first time, Randolph Armstead for the red team. So again, getting some other young men in. This young man, 5'9", 160 out of Carver High School in New Orleans. And again, they're going to go to that same young man. He's going to bust it outside 35, 40, 42, 43-yard line. So again, a nice job by Randolph Armstead coming in for the first time, getting some carries for this red team and getting him, more importantly, Doug, a first down.
It is, and definitely needed that out near midfield. Not a big kid, 5'9", 160, but very shifty and fast and runs well in the open field. And so a welcome addition to this red team backfield.
Quarterback calling for the football is Jordan Preuett. Preuett again is going to come to Randolph near side 45-50 to the blue team 47-yard line. So I don't know where Randolph has been, but
all three carries, by him, and he reminds you, he gives you that Trendon Holiday look back there. Just not a real big guy, but very explosive. His first 2 or 3 steps when he gets the football is very fast.
So good to see the red team showing some life here. 6:35 remaining, and play action this time. Preuett going downfield, got a man there, just can't get there on the pass intended to 85. Greg Norman III.
Well, just a great job, and a little bit more air under that ball, and it's probably 6, unfortunately. Just a lot of pressure by this blue team defense caused the quarterback to get that one out there just a little quicker than he wanted to, or throw it a little flatter than he needed to. 3rd down and short.
But both these quarterbacks, Preuett showing a nice arm. This is 29 again. Randolph gets outside. 45 flag going to come in, though, because there was a reason why he was able to break it outside, if you will.
Yeah, you're going to see a hold come in there towards the tail end of it. It probably didn't need to make the play, but it was one of those that started to the inside and bounced to the outside and turned the offensive lineman around, and we'll hear the white hat.
85 red, 10-yard penalty, repeat 3rd down.
And really didn't need to make the play on there, but when you get turned around and you see your running back coming to you, your instinct is to go out and make a block, and he just he got bottled up and held right there, and probably, again, didn't need to make it. But, again, great running, had the first down, did number 29 there, Armstead. Again, 5'9", 160 out of Carver, just an explosive back.
Randolph Armstead, certainly have enjoyed watching him this particular series. It'll be 3rd down and 11 from the red team. Low snap, Preuett on the play action now. The high screen on the catch to number 26 this time. Jalen Pendleton. Pendleton across the 45 to the 46. It's going to be 4th and 8 after the 3-yard pickup.
Right, and it seemed like running the ball, the penalty really got them. You go back to the running of Armstead, that young man out of Carver, and no offers at all. There's a school that somewhere is going to need a running back like that. And, all of the folks, this will be up on YouTube, this game, and they'll see these little bursts that Armstead's able to make. And I got to believe he's going to find him a home. Only one player last year out of the 85 or so that were here didn't get an offer. And so this is the place you want to come to put your talent on display, because Andy Bryson and that group from LGF puts you in front of a lot of people.
Saw the emotion of the quarterback, Jordan Preuett, upset because his coach wouldn't go for it. And again, a booming kick by number 99, and it will not be returned. It'll be downed at the 16-yard line. So Cameron Page doing a great job for the red team. Unfortunately, he's had to punt the ball a lot tonight.
He has, but I'm telling you, that first punt that he made really gone. He has boomed the ball following that. And I don't believe I've ever seen a ball that bounced 3 different directions like that one did. Had a lot of angle on that, like a billiard ball. And second one down inside the 20 for Page.
And I'm going to give his dad, Miles, an opportunity to talk about his son a little bit here. And young man getting any knocks on the door?
Can't say officially right now, but we did get some good news today. Don't want to announce it, but yeah, it's amazing. He just picked up a football and decided he wanted to punt a few years ago and was taught from YouTube. So, I mean, it's crazy.
Indeed. And
I learned how to cook chicken and sausage pasta this week from YouTube.
But in a break in the action here with a timeout. Not even going to go there, Doug. Not even going to go there. Going to go back to Miles on the sideline. So what's it like, Miles? You've got a son, obviously, that has a talent and, an opportunity on another level. Are you sending, tape out to different schools or is it just one of those things where you're hoping someone knocks on your door based upon what's out there film-wise?
Well, I got a buddy I went to high school with who's been helping me out. He's on the staff at Hoover High School in Alabama, so he knows a lot of prospects out there.
Good place to have, yes.
Oh yeah. So it's going to happen. I mean, I think it happened today. I just don't want to say officially yet.
I got you. Well, I know you're an Alabama kind of guy, and we'd love to see him stay around here as well. So hopefully there'll be a lot more interest pick up, especially after tonight.
Absolutely.
4:56 remaining in this first half. Back to pass, quarterback Abshire again just throwing darts, Doug, and that time intended for number 14, Caleb Hassan, but right through the hands of Hassan.
Well, I'm going to tell you that, and one of the things that I see is that it's just a lot of mustard on the football, and Abshire is cranking up and showing that arm off, and got to think these receivers haven't seen an arm like that most of the season.
So we're talking about number 5, Tyler Abshire. Abshire calling for the football, now looks back over to the side. Does hand off on the draw, 21 on the carry, Colin Guillory. Guillory gets to the 20, so gets a couple of yards. It'll be 3rd down and 8 now. 3rd down and 8 from the 20.
For the red team, number 10 was in on that one once again. That is Tyree Nelson, and 92, Dylan Harris, the youngster out of Plano, Texas. That's 3 tackles that he's in on the day.
So now you're looking at 3rd and 7. 3rd and 7 officially, and a flag, as we're going to have an offsides on the defense as the white hat makes the call for us. Now turns his mic on.
Offside defense, 5-yard penalty. Repeat 3rd down.
Thank you, sir.
Again, big thanks out to Jeff Young and that award-winning Convergence Media Department here that allow us to bring you Louisiana college football all season long in addition to all the – but miking the officials in a high school game like this is great.
I love it. We have that benefit that we miss so much otherwise when we're calling games away from Wildcat Field here.
Way away from it.
In the far extents of Florida and Texas.
Yes.
And again, a whistle before the snap.
Should be delay in this one. Looked like the play clock down to 0.
Timeout, blue.
Would have been prior to that timeout by the blue team.
So Coach Marcus Randall getting a timeout on the field. And again, Doug, sponsors so much a part of making something like this happen. And we certainly want to say a big thank you to them.
Yeah, Ultimate Apparel has sponsored the uniforms that you see. The jerseys, the pants, the belts, the blue and the red. Ultimate Apparel out of Monroe did that.
Going to hear from him at halftime.
Yes, Terrence George, wonderful to speak with him. Of course, Louisiana Gridiron Football couldn't do it without the Alexandria Pineville Area Convention and Visitors Bureau. Did a great job. Louisiana College, the city of Pineville. Our food trucks, we thank them for coming out. Big Bellies, Down South Cooking, and the Creole Cockpit was there. And they put up a picture on Facebook today that we saw that was a stuffed pineapple. So he takes this pineapple and cuts it in half lengthways.
Right.
And he stuffs it with shrimp fried rice and vegetables. And
I saw that food porn. Yeah.
I didn't see you have one up there. You went with the burger. How, with all of this food that's out there, you went with the traditional hamburger.
Well, let me just say this. I sent you and the money to go get us some food. So that, you know, I mean, I thought I went with the safe pick, not knowing what my options were, as the handoff goes right side and losing the football as he went down.
They're going to call him down.
Yeah,
though.
they are going to call the running back, number 21, Colin Guillory, down as we return to play on the field. And Guillory will have the first down for the blue team. The red team is still pointing toward the Pine Street end zone like it's our ball, but not going to happen.
No, gave him the first down, too, as the ball went out after he hit the ground.
So it will be first down, though, for the blue team as we're under 4 minutes remaining in this first half. Handoff again and slung around and down this time.
Wow.
As on the carry was number 6, Steve Land Williams Jr., and Jr. caught behind the line for a 1-yard loss. It'll be second down and 11.
Yeah, that's the Kansas commit, Keenan Caldwell, out of the state champions from Oak Grove. And he's as advertised in this one. Went right through the line, and once Caldwell gets his hands on you, you're going down.
Going to go play for Coach Les Miles and the Jayhawks up there at Kansas. Pitch out to Steve Land Williams, and Williams able to churn backwards, if you will, from the initial reception at the 31 to get back to the original line of scrimmage at the 35-yard line. It's going to be third down, 34-yard line, third down and 10, and officially 10, a short 11 or a long 10, if you will. We'll say now as they move that marker, it is third down and 11.
Tackle made by another D1 commit, Jabbar Triplett, out there making that play, number 19.
Back to pass, quarterback throws, flags come in as
you're going to get pass interference there on number 12 of the red team.
Pass was intended for 14, Caleb Hassan, and ironically the flag hit Hassan where the ball should have, and that was in the numbers.
Tyler Mansfield out of Ruston, another young man that we're familiar with. Very up and down season for the Bearcats out of a great division.
So here we go with the white hat. Well, he made the call, but then didn't turn his mic on, and you can tell this is an official that's not used to being mic'd.
That's
either.
correct.
But it is again a nice asset to have, as it was holding against the red team. In case you had not picked up on that, let's see if he'll tell us now.
We have a holding on the defense, 10-yard penalty. Repeat, third down.
Going to be third down now and short because they were behind the line just a little bit when that penalty was made. So third and short for Abshire and that blue offense.
So it's holding that is not a first down.
No, they were back behind the line, and they're even backing it up just a little bit more too. So it'll be at the 44-yard line where it sits. The blue team marching and going. They lead 16-0 here, 2:31 to go here until halftime. Blue team, I believe, received the opening kickoff, and so the red team, the home team, will get the ball to start the second half. Would really like to do something to keep blue out of the end zone here before halftime.
Handoff. Nice cut back initially before being stopped. Number 4, Desmond Wyndon. Wyndon on the carry out of Baker, Louisiana.
56, Justin Hollins out of East Iberville, Gabriel, Louisiana. First time we've called his name for the red team. Justin is 6 foot 265. Defensive lineman for those guys. He has offers from LC, Arkansas, Monticello, Mississippi College, and several. So you'll see that young man next year.
Abshire back to pass. Low throw, but brought in by number 11 for the blue team, Jaden Johnson out of St. Louis.
First down reception gives him 5 yards. That'll make it second down. It'll give him 4 officially. Second down and 6 now. Nose of the football at midfield.
3 receivers left, one to the right. He's looking left, and he's got the ball complete into red team territory. That's Caleb Williams bringing it in at the 46-yard line of the red team. Going to be third down and 2 And certainly hope to see Caleb Williams playing at a school near us.
5 catches on the turf so far today.
Toss near side, got the first down. Nice way to lower that shoulder and pick up the first down for the blue team as number 18, Mahmoud Bailey, who scored earlier in the game with a nice first down run to the red team, 42.
Credit starting McKeithen out of Lusher in New Orleans area with that one.
Under a minute now remaining first quarter, 16-0 in favor of blue. Back to pass, Abshire got a man who got his feet tangled up and was on the turf was Jaden Johnson. On the pass, incomplete.
You know, the offensive line is giving Abshire plenty of time here. We talked a little bit about them earlier, trying to go through their 70, 71, 62. We'll try to get some of those names out there for you, too. Christian Cochran, Sorrente Cozy.
Reese Erie from Pineville.
There you go. Making.
Let's see, did we get 62? Riley Lawrence out of Dutchtown there in Geismar.
And then big 77 to the near side is Gabe Rankins.
Yes, out of Lake Charles College Prep. Abshire over the middle, got his man complete. That's Caleb Williams. He hit him in stride at the 30. Williams down to the 24, and it is another blue team first down. That Abshire to Caleb Williams hookup has been better than AT&T. They've been connected all game long.
Under 45 seconds now, under 40 to go here until the half.
As they start the clock back up, Abshire calling for the football. Back to pass, Abshire, far side, complete, staying in bounds. And it is a first down, so they should stop the clock to move the chains.
Clock will stop momentarily. That one was complete out to the other Caleb. That's Caleb Blanchard out of Woodlawn, Baton Rouge.
Number 85, so a couple of Calebs there for you.
Head coach Marcus Randall is the head coach at Woodlawn of Baton Rouge.
Okay. Clock again rolling, 14 seconds inside the 15. Abshire calling for the football, looking left side, looking in the corner, got a man there, caught. Touchdown, Caleb Williams.
Wow, his 7th catch was probably one of his best of the day, and he had to go up and get that one. And you knew that connection when you saw the way they were working on Thursday afternoon was going to be a formidable duo.
You have mentioned that to me when we talked Thursday night, and wow, with 4.9 seconds remaining in this first half, the blue team with the lead over the red team as they haven't put the score up on the board yet, but it is 22-0 as we await the extra point, and that kick is on its way, and another no-doubter into the parking lot off of McCready's foot. It is good.
This one is 23-0 here, and the blue team just methodically has went down the field with a lot of long drives, had one short one, and man, that connection between Tyler Abshire to Caleb Williams has been on fire.
We don't have official stats, if you will.
Unofficially.
But Doug Gann stats.
Unofficially, 7 receptions, 72 yards, and 1 touchdown.
Wow.
11 completions for Abshire for 112.
Nice indeed for the blue team. Younger brother over the older brother at this point.
And he told him, we asked him in the highlight that you listened to there, would he pull up and take it easy on his brother? And he says he's going to teach him more love by continuing to showcase his guys.
Well, that tough love has that love's got to be pretty tough. Then
I expect a lot out of this red team coming up in the second half, though. They're gonna make some adjustments here. Just a 15-minute half. We'll hear from some of the coaches around here and some other guys. We'll hear from Terrence George.
Yeah, certainly want to find out about that. As a little bit of a squibber there with 4.9. It is picked up at the 28 to the 30 to the 35, 36-yard line, and that is the end of the first half. Normally in a high school game, you'd say the halftime bands will be coming out and so forth. We don't have that for our All-Star game, but we do want to hear from some of the great people that are participating and that are helping make it possible. We are at halftime here. It is the visiting team on the scoreboard, the blue team, ahead of the red team by a score of 23-0. Again, so happy to be here on the campus of Louisiana College. Head coach Justin Charles, I've seen him all over the field tonight. Certainly appreciate him and his staff, and that's kind of helped open the doors a little bit in more ways than one, if you will, for these young men here tonight. I know you and I both have talked to Justin, and what a great opportunity it is for Louisiana College. But it's a great opportunity all the way around for these kids, and we really want to hit that point home for those that are watching this, that these young men in part are here because they do want to play on the next level.
They do, absolutely. And it doesn't matter, again, Division 1, 2, 3, NAIA, JUCO, whatever it is. These kids are out there banging away and playing hard. And like I said, we saw 11 guys on the roster last year from this game that went to Louisiana College. And, it's just a non-stop affair. They start recruiting, following no real dead period there in that. But what an awesome time it is out here in this game. And we talk about the Convergence Media Department here, and Jeff Young. They told us about a 2-minute video that they had. We're going to get an opportunity now to showcase some of Louisiana College and go to that right here.
In Louisiana, football is year-round. At Louisiana Gridiron Football, we're more than just a magazine. Our mission is simple: bring you the inside scoop on the teams that matter most to you. Go to LouisianaGridironFootball.com and subscribe today.
Opportunity to catch up with one of the big sponsors and title partners of the Louisiana Gridiron Football Bowl game, and it is Ultimate Apparel. And I'm here with the owner of it, Terrence George. And Terrence, what a commitment that you've made to this program and the success of it. These uniforms are just are beautiful.
Thank you for having me, first of all. And I met up with Andy a couple months ago, and we talked about getting them guys great uniforms after last year. And I just thought it would be a great gesture to help these kids out to have a great opportunity to, look good and play good, and that having the opportunity to, play at the next level. So after me and Andy got this together, we brought it to life today, and we're just proud of these kids, and we hope they go on to do great and wonderful things.
Well, I know that they'll take that souvenir back with them and really enjoy it. And, when you look at them, I've seen the big name ones, the Under Armours and Nikes and other, and I'll put this up against anything. This is a good-looking jersey, and you told me last you just threw it together. Man, that's good work for just throwing something together.
Yeah, well, we have great pride in our product, and we actually, this was a rush process, but we still want to give a great product, and it looks good and feels good, and it's at a great rate for, the lower schools around the area can afford it, and that's what we were about. We're about helping people and not actually just making the dollars to help the community.
Well, tell me how somebody finds Ultimate Apparel. I know you're based out of Monroe, the Monroe area. How does somebody find you?
You can find us multiple ways. You can contact us by email at ultimateappareltg@gmail.com. We also have social media at Instagram and Facebook at Ultimate Apparel LLC. You can contact us directly at 318-581-8109. And also in April, we're going to be releasing the official website, which is going to be ultimateapparelllc.com.
Well, we look forward to seeing that. And, the business that you're doing, the partnership you're doing is making it possible for these kids to have that pride and to wear that jersey one more time. And it's something that nobody will ever be able to take away from. And you've been a big part of that, along with Andy and Louisiana Gridiron. And for that, Pineville, the entire state, everybody thanks you for your commitment.
Well, thank y'all for having me, and I just hope these kids have a wonderful time while they're wearing them.
I think they will. Terrence George joining us. He is with Ultimate Apparel. They are the uniform sponsors, and we'll have pictures posted on, I know, the Louisiana Gridiron Football's webpage. We'll have some over on our 446. Can't thank them enough for doing that, getting ready for football again here.
Thank you, Doug Gann, with Terrence George, Ultimate Apparel. So appreciate those guys. Just adding another layer of professionalism, if you will, to what we're doing here with Louisiana Gridiron Football in this All-Star game.
Yeah, it is. You see in these coaches that come back over and over to their second year, a lot of them had an opportunity to speak with Trey Langley some in there, and even in his welcome, and you heard him talk in that. Well, I think you had already left there. He was the last coach that spoke, and he come up and he started. I'm sitting there on the front row, and he says, yeah, and Doug was wrong about something. So I shared a great story about Trey Langley last year, but I butchered the story that I told. And so he called me. But, we talked about it, that he didn't have the grades to get into LSU, had the offer, the scholarship there. But I take that back. He wanted to start school earlier, and so out of his pocket he paid and went to summer, because the only way that he could go as a freshman and work out and be ready to go was to be enrolled at the school. So he was on scholarship, but that didn't start till the fall. So he takes money out of his own pocket, starts his classes earlier, gets in there in the weight room and goes ahead. And his son is part of that LSU team that is taking care of business over there in Georgia.
Yeah.
So I stand corrected now with Trey. He can let me off the hook from here on out.
I doubt he will. I doubt he will. So getting ready for the start of the second half. And again, as we were visiting a few moments ago with Andy Bryson, who is spending a little bit more time in the press box this year because, things are flowing a lot better.
It's running smooth. That's right.
Running a lot smoother. And that's a good thing for all of us here as we get ready for the start of the second half. I'm Rich Dupree along with Doug Gann. Miles Page is on the sideline for us, and Louisiana Gridiron Football Year 2 here at Louisiana College. And
we're excited about this because we cover high school football here locally, also cover Louisiana College, and our season ends at that one time in the playoffs or at the end of the season for LC. So this is a bonus game for us too, to come in and do just like it is these kids, and proud to bring it to all of the fans. There were several thousand that viewed last year's game, and we expect more than that this year as Andy Bryson continues to build that Louisiana Gridiron Football Bowl. The 446 Sports covering it a little more. Ultimate Apparel we talked to with Terrence George, and more people are just gathering around this group. And I'm excited for what is one more half of football here for the 2019 year, Rich.
Austin McCready is sent to kick off for the blue team.
I bet it goes in the end zone.
I bet, yes. That wind blowing across the field from the expressway to the home side might play into that. We'll just have to see. But again, 15-minute quarters coming your way, that utilizing the college rules as McCready puts a foot into it. It comes to the near side. It'll be fielded at the 3-yard line, up to the 5, 10, near side 15, 20, breaks a tackle, 30 to the 35-yard line for the red team on the return. Number 29, Randolph Armstead, the young man that we saw in the latter parts of the second quarter, and we said, where did he come from? Right there, he came from the 3 and returns it up to the 37-yard line.
I've got to believe if there's going to be a comeback mounted in this game, that Armstead's going to be involved in it somehow. And I heard Andy Bryson talk to him and relate him to a Trenton Holiday type of a runner. And, in fact, he is that. And so, great job by Armstead.
And the quarterback, Preuett, throws right side. He had 2 men in the area, and it was caught by number 2 for the red team. That is Troy Hall, and Hall out of Pineville gets the reception. I believe his first of the game.
It is, yes. And we've seen Hall play a number of positions throughout the year, too. And that's why you want to get your the ball into the hands of those playmakers like that. And there are a lot of them on this red team.
2 receivers on each side for the quarterback, who hands off instead to number 8 for the red team, Dante Gallashaw. And Gallashaw holds one of those offers that Coach Charles was talking about.
40-something offers out of 100 kids. That's, I like that. Just go out there and offer these all-stars. And that's what Coach Charles is changing, this culture here at Louisiana College, bringing these kids in.
And he's a young man that came here as a player in 2000 and became a grad assistant, defensive coordinator, and now head coach. As Preuett throws down the sideline, out of bounds, pass is caught, but as the official threw the hat on the pass intended for number 26, the wide receiver Jalen Pendleton out of Baker, Louisiana, but out of bounds, unfortunately.
Yeah, Troy Meadows out of Franklin Parish. Was over there and playing and had the sideline guarding on that side and just sheared him towards that sideline. And so the catch was made, but out of bounds. Great defensive coverage by Troy Meadows.
2nd down and 10 for the red team from their own 48-yard line. Red team looking to see what adjustments they've made and can make here. As in motion, they're going to toss it to 26, going right side, trying to break midfield. Does get to the 49. Jalen Pendleton coming from left side, going all the way toward the expressway on the right side. Gets the pickup into, well, they're going to mark him right at midfield. I thought it was going to be into blue territory.
You see that little touch pass out of there, and they do that more than running the handoff because, again, that counts as a pass, and if it's handled or bobbled or whatever it is, then that'll be just an incompletion.
Preuett is back to pass, now steps up in the pockets, got some running room, 50 to the 46-yard line before he gets stood up and doesn't actually, he does finally go down, but way after the whistle was blown. But nice job by Preuett adjusting to that pass rush and running right up into the pocket and picking up some yardage into blue territory, but it's going to be 4th down and 4 and a decision time.
Gotta go for it.
Yeah, you're down 23-0 to your little brother.
You got to go get it.
Go for
Kendricks out of Jonesboro Hodge and Chris Chapman out of Vidalia by way of Faraday there with the tackle.
So a big 4th down and 4 and a whistle.
Going to be 4th and 9. No, offsides, automatic first down. Not automatic, but it will as a result of the play, not automatic.
We have offside, defense, 5 yards, automatic first down.
Thank you, sir.
It's not automatic, though, which I had corrected myself, but the 5 yards does give them the first down. He may be hearing me say that, so I stand corrected.
It is a first down, though, and keeps the red team with this opening drive going.
Red team needed that, and that made the decision work out very favorable.
Handoff.
Oh, my.
Slinging Deontay Gallashaw down after Gallashaw.
Look, I'm telling you, that's hometown product. Cody Soche, 6'3", 300 pounds out of Holy Savior Menard, right across the river there on Coliseum Boulevard. And my goodness, he brought it.
Enjoyed watching his interview on 446 Sports.
And he said he just wants to play somewhere. He wants somebody to see what he can do, and he's showcasing it there.
2nd down and 10. Pump fake. Now he throws as he's being hit. Don't believe Gallashaw was the intended target, although that's who wound up with the football. But Preuett took a licking and now trying to shake that right arm off a little bit.
Antonio Davis out of General Trask there in Lake Providence came in and made that big play. And luckily that wasn't ruled a fumble because it was just moments away. And, Rich, you see the umbrella starting to come back out here, letting you know that the sprinkles are back.
It is 3rd down and 10 from the blue 41. Preuett back to pass. Now has to step up in the pocket. Steps out of a tackle. Fires just short of the intended receiver, number 2, Troy Hall. Hall was trying to come back for the football, but unfortunately Preuett could not step into it, and Preuett is down on the field, I believe.
Now 75 for the red is down there. That's Larry Williams out of Pine, Louisiana, the offensive lineman. Not Pineville, just Pine out there, and the training staff out there, Rich.
Good to see John Hay from the sports medicine team here at Louisiana College coming out along with Coach Moore and Coach Reeves, actually, from the blue team coming out to check on, Coach Moore, a big offensive lineman in his day out of Ponchatoula that played here at Louisiana College, and checking on his fellow O-lineman.
And there's the Trey Langley that we talked about, played his football at LSU, was there, and so good to see Trey out there helping the young man up.
Going to get big number 75 up, and Larry Williams.
Jordan Preuett, let's give that young man a big hand as he comes off the field, everybody.
And again, so appreciate John Hay and Louisiana College Sports Medicine. So it's not just the LC football coaches opening the doors up here, but training staff as well.
No, it's certainly been it's been a region-wide effort, Rich. We talk about the work the CVB has done. Sam Dangerfield's been out here from day one, helping out with things, and so he's doing double duty as well. His son Marquise is in the game, played defensive line at Ash, and Cameron just about ready to punt, and whistle blows.
White hat, delay of game, I guess.
It's a delay of game.
But tell you, that's a tough call because they should have reset the play clock as the young man walked off the side.
Yeah, I mean, it actually helps Cameron a little bit.
That's right.
From that standpoint, as I'm sure Miles would agree, giving him 5 more yards to put more of a boom into it. And he does get a good kick that's going to bounce at the 5 and then take a good high bounce into the end zone for the touchback.
42 yards on that punt, net of 22 as it rolls into the end zone. The red team, Miles, I know you're on that sideline. What's the air like this, trying to get them to mount something and get a comeback going?
So, I moved over here to the blue sideline. I'm getting a feel for things over here.
I see. Getting back to your Pineville coaches. I see what you did there. How's it look over there then with a lead?
Looking back to this side, looking back to this to the stands over here.
Yeah, it's still nice. These guys are motivated over here. I got to talk with a couple. Caleb Williams, let him know what his stats are. Reese and Coach Moore and Coach Reeves. Yeah, this is a different feel over here.
It's a good experience all the way around, and I'm just as happy for our coaches as well, getting this opportunity here as we have a handoff by the blue team to number 6 on the cutback, and Steve Land Williams Jr. and Steve Land with a pickup of 8 on the play on the nice cutback move by Williams. It'll be second down and 2.
Tyree Nelson and Peyton Maracantel in on that stop. Tyree Nelson, the leading tackler for this red defense tonight. 10:47 to go, 23-0 blue team behind Abshire, who's went the distance.
Calling for the football. Abshire pumps, now looks, going down the sideline. Got a man there, but over the head of number 11, the intended receiver, Jaden Johnson.
That's one of those plays, Rich, that you give them probably 2 weeks of working out, and they may complete that one a little bit better. The ball was thrown well before the cut or the look back or anything was made.
Got a shout out for number 1, Peyton Maracantel, from his grandmother, who sent a text in saying that wanted Peyton to know that she loves him and cheering for him. Of course, out of Eunice, Louisiana there from St. Ed's. So hopefully Grandma Maracantel appreciate that. Quick throw intercepted at the 38, to the 30, to the 25, 20, and out of bounds at inside the 15 at the 12-yard line.
That is Christopher McNair with that one out of Woodlawn and Baton Rouge for the red team there, and coming up and making that. Now the red team's in business, and that's one of those that Coach Marcus Randall, the blue team, is like, great catch, but because that's one of his players from Woodlawn and Baton Rouge.
Boy, they needed
making that. Yeah, that was exactly what the red team needed. See if they can go in there now and punch something into the end zone, give them a little bit of momentum.
As the red team inside the red zone at the 11-yard line with the quarterback number 3 now, Hayes Fawcett out of Kinder. And ball is on the ground, picked up by the running back. Nice job by number 22, Dylan Lewis. That wasn't designed that way, but the running back from Barb at Lake Charles said, look what I found.
Out on the far sideline now, Baby D from Ash has made it in there. Drell Moore Jr. is in the game.
Fawcett with the handoff, running back, goes off tackle, right side, inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. On the carry, number 29, Randolph Armstead.
Yeah, Armstead again has been the difference maker and has caused the red team to be able to get things going on this squad, and it's great to see such a back like that. And you get him into college somewhere with a strength and conditioning and put a little weight on his 5'9" frame. I think that he's going to be able to be an asset to someone along the way. You saw him on special teams on the big kick return that gave a shot of momentum to the red team right out of the half.
Inside the 10 from the 9, Fawcett, though, will be sacked back at the 13-yard line as the defense for blue says not so fast.
Not so fast. Big number 93 came in there and made. That's Vincent Joseph out of St. Aug down in New Orleans as well. He's 5'11", 282.
So clock is at 8:45, remaining third quarter of play. Red team with their best opportunity on 4th and 12 from the 13. Fawcett scrambling, Fawcett firing, got a man, touchdown, red team.
That is 26 of the red, Rich, that has that, Jalen Pendleton.
So Baker is on the board, if you will, as far as Baker High School representing into the end zone. And Fawcett almost looked like he kind of sidearmed that a little bit as he changed the trajectory when he saw Pendleton wide open in the end zone.
It's exactly right. You know, he's watching one of his receivers go to the L in Louisiana
that's
College.
where he's about to go. Yep.
And Pendleton, he sees wide open. He's like, oh, wait a minute, I've got to get the ball to the wide open receiver, and he does that. Extra point is up, and it is good. 23-7 now, 8.5 to go.
Yeah, that extra point for the red team by, well, they had, was that number?
Now it's number 40.
Oh, for the blue team.
Yeah.
Okay, I got you. Marquise McKnight.
Yep, that's the one that we saw a lot of. And, you know, a lot of the attention is on the John Curtis kicker, McCready, in here. But we saw in practice that that young man, with his kickoffs and field goals and punts, was really competitive as well with it.
So good to see that. But, again, one of those situations where, you know, a quarterback that you know, was looking. I mean, he had cocked the gun and was about to throw, and then changes in mid-stride. And then a lot of times, you know, the ball may wind up not getting to either one of them. But in that particular case, it was certainly in there on the reception for Jalen Pendleton from Hayes Fawcett.
I'm going to make a simple observation is all.
Okay.
I'm not putting the blame on Miles for this, but when he's on the red sideline, no points for the red team, all for the blue. He moves to the blue sideline, and now the red team's got the points. I'm just
You make a really good point, and I'm thinking about turning back around. I was headed back to the red sideline.
Yeah, I mean, as we was watching him walk the length of the Wildcats there in the end zone, he stopped in mid-walk and said, Kickoff is taken by the blue team, returned up beyond the 20 to the 27, 28-yard line. Johnson on the return for the blue team. And it will be first down for the blue team, looking to have to answer for the first time tonight a red team score.
They are, and this one is. We saw this in the game last year. Had a lead in it. Did the red team? The blue team came back. This time the blue team's got the lead and the red team's coming back, and we'll see what the Miles Page factor has as he's back on the red sideline.
Yeah, they might vote him off the island if we're not careful here. So,
well, going to the island of the national championship are those LSU Tigers, and they are 63-28 winners over Oklahoma. And wow, is
not
correct.
that folks are watching that any longer. They're watching our game because it's a lot closer game. But we will let you know.
Looks like false start there, inside slot receiver for the blue. It's going to be number 84.
We have false start, 54 offense, 5 yards, still first down.
Thank you, sir.
They call it on Pineville's Reese Erie there, but it looked like the slot receiver 84 had that. Nevertheless, 5-yard penalty, 1st and 15.
So blue team, again, going all the way at quarterback. Play action. Abshire's got a man, and he was trying to go to number 1, Tyler Williams, out of Country Day, but not to be.
No, another big play defensively to Kavian Martin. He had the INT earlier. He's out of General Trask, and has played defensive back probably as good as anybody that you'll see in this game tonight. Very, very proud of the way that he's played. Just 5'9", 140 pounds out of Lake Providence.
Clock at 8:19, handoff, running back through the hole, and a nice hole indeed across the 25 to the 30-yard line on the carry for number 7, Dimitri Wright Jr. out of Walker High School, and gets that penalty yardage back +3, so an 8-yard pickup makes it 3rd down and 7. 3rd down and 7.
Trying to check exactly who made that tackle in there. Looked like 47 for the red. 47 is Robert James. 2
receivers on each side for the quarterback, Abshire. He's looking left side. He fires left side, and this time it is complete to number 1, Tyler Williams, out of Country Day in Metairie. And nice pickup of 10, 11 yards on the play, getting the blue team a first down.
Yeah, and that's what you want to do if you're the blue team trying to answer that. You've come out and scored some points, all the points, 3 field goals and a couple of touchdowns in the first half and nothing here in the second, but you want to answer with some first downs, and they've done that.
Here we go on the quarterback, handoff rather, and a nice shoestring tackle, if you will, of the running back who darted through that hole, Desmond Wyndon, 5'9", 162 out of Baker.
Chris McNair out of Woodlawn there with the stop that saved what could have been many more yards because he was going.
Yeah, good job by Coach Marcus Randall, bringing in, just a bevy of those backs, getting everybody a lot of touches. Abshire quick out to the far side, incomplete on the pass intended for 21.
And you're not seeing what I'm saying. Look, both the 21s are out on the field. Both have black helmets, and they're right beside each other. So we'll sort that out a little bit. The C blue team number 21 is in the backfield, so that's Colin Gibbs. So Colby Hollier,
who is listed as the running back. I just wasn't sure if he had went out into the slot, but oh my!
Shouldn't have both 21s on the same side of the field in the same, and they're there again as they shift 21. The running back, right.
Guillory. So, and he's going to hand off to Guillory, but a whistle, as the official might have been confused by the two 21s. We'll see.
In blackjack, that's wonderful, but on the score sheet,
infraction on the offense, 5 yards, still second down.
Snap infraction. That's what I was thinking.
Miles, what did you see down there on the snap infraction?
I didn't honestly see anything. I don't know.
I'm telling you,
that's what makes him the best sideline guy.
That's right. It's two 21s that did it. I mean, it was the double blackjack.
Oh, mercy. 6.5 to go here, third quarter of play.
3 receivers right, and he's passing over the middle. He had one man there as it was trips to the right and the one receiver to the left and Tyler Williams, but I don't know that Williams knew the ball was coming.
No, the only one that saw it is Tacavian Martin, and he made a great effort to knock that one away or to get it. I think the ball was underthrown. But picking on Tacavian Martin, that side, who has been up to the challenge there, the DB from General Trask, and Coach Taylor and that group from General Trask, very, very high on him and very proud of the way he's playing tonight, you got to believe.
Again, trips to the right side, one receiver left as they move left to right. Abshire back to pass, looking this side and throwing in a heavy traffic area on the pass intended for Caleb Hassan. But again, you had 3 receivers all within a couple of yards of each other, which put a lot of red in there as well. Pass incomplete, and it'll bring up 4th down for the blue team and a rare punting situation for the blue team.
Yeah, speaking of red, that was a red helmet of Tyler Mansfield out of Ruston. That was in there that broke that one up. Ruston had an interesting year. They started the season playing their games at Louisiana Tech at Joe Hyatt Stadium there because the tornado that went through had blown their press box off, their scoreboard down, all of that replaced, and were able to finish the season at home.
And Marquise McKnight with the good night punt that will be fielded within the 10 at the 8, cutting back near side to the 10, to the 15. Very fortunate to get back.
Armstead not afraid to tuck that one in and go. Randolph Armstead back there again, the young man out of Carver that is explosive. He is a football player we have seen tonight.
So, again, a lot of young men here getting the opportunity on the big stage of Louisiana College, the only Division III football team in the state of Louisiana here in NCAA. Obviously you hear about the Division I's and, the LSU's and Louisiana Tech's, but, it's nice to be represented on the Division III level here at Louisiana College, and glad to have you watching the game. And for those of you that came to Pineville tonight, great crowd of if not over 2,000, close to 2,000 folks here tonight. So definitely good to see here at Wildcat Field in Pineville.
And want to give a shout out to the police, the security here at Louisiana College. In conjunction, we had 3 police officers from Pineville PD that were in working as well. And so a joint effort for everybody just getting in, getting parked, getting in and out of the facility. It's just been a smooth, seamless game here at Louisiana College. And it's been a multiple office venture to do it, but it has went off smoothly.
It sure has. Red team back with the football, and on the end around, it's 26 on the carry, if I've got that right. Jay Pendleton coming from the receiver position on the left side. A little razzle-dazzle there for the red team. You know, they scored on their last possession, Doug, and looking to see what they can do here. Plenty of time as we're still just under 6 minutes left here in this third quarter. But the red team trailing 23-7, certainly looking to get something going.
That's right, and momentum here with a 4-receiver set.
Quarterback throws out right side, complete for the red team. Jordan Preuett to the far side.
Complete out to number 7, Derrald Moore. You may know him as Baby D. That from Ash made that reception.
Only people from Ash know him as Baby D.
Mansfield remembers him. That group, remember, he caught the game winner against Ruston in that. That was probably one of the most exciting football games I've ever seen.
3rd down and 5 after the 5-yard pass completion. Throwing, and the linebacker there that said, oh my, I should have had that on the pass. It was intended for number 15, Andrew Myrick.
Yeah, and trying to see, I think that was Miles, was that number 30 of the blue that had that?
Yeah, that's that number 30.
Yeah, that was Dakota Wilson out of Walker that would have walkered into the end zone had he caught. It's late in the day. I can make that joke. That's a tough one. Yes, he would have. He had nothing but green. And we saw a couple of opportunities for players to do that now. We had an opportunity for the red team with a pick 6, and it was dropped, and the blue team now just had one there. But that brings out the punt again, and we'll see what Page has.
Cameron gets this one. That's going to take a bounce at the 45 and go out of bounds. They're going to mark him at the 45 where that ball went out of bounds.
Interesting number for a punter at 99. Has he worn a high number like that throughout the season, Miles, or what's the story behind the 99?
Actually, they have 3 choices. You put your choice in order of precedence, and he went 9, 99, and 19. So he got his second choice.
And so 99 it was.
Well, he had 99 good reasons to sign this young man up and give him the opportunity to punt for your college team. And a lot of these young men out here hopefully are going to catch the eye of recruiters from around the country that will see this from this Gridiron Football All-Star game. Quarterback for the blue team, hands off. That's Steve Land Williams as we see a helmet come off. Not Steve Land's, though.
No, that's 49 of the red team whose helmet came off. Who was in it? That's Matthew Retief. Hopefully I got that correct. Out of Slidell, Louisiana, 6'2", 245. Came up and made a big tackle there, and the helmet came off. Just start to finish. No stopping these guys on that red defense.
Calling for the football, back to pass. Abshire going down the left sideline. No, did he bring it in?
They're calling a reception, yes.
Saw a little juggling going on there, but Tyler Williams, number 1 out of Country Day, brings it in red territory at the 25-yard line. So a big pickup on the play as Abshire showing that we have a official's timeout, but again, nice play.
It was, and we've seen now that's the second big pass down the sideline by Abshire. He seems to be able to make that fade. And remember, we saw the one earlier in the game when he was going this way, I guess in the second quarter, that had the opportunity to that would have been caught, but he just threw it away. And Andy Bryson out on the field now. We'll check and see what's going on down there. Not sure. when the owner gets out on the field, that's always goes. We'll see if Miles can maybe see what's going on down there.
Yeah. It's, I mean, there's,
And for those of you who haven't heard by now,
I don't know.
number 1 ranked LSU Tigers have stamped their ticket to the Mercedes-Benz Superdome.
Randy James letting the 2000 know that LSU is playing in the national
Final
championship.
score in Atlanta, LSU 63, Oklahoma 28.
I'm still not sure what the discussion is about with the white hat, and this came after the reception at the 25-yard line. And hopefully the white hat's going to explain to us what's going on.
You know, we talk about Andy again. Go to Louisiana Gridiron Football and find out. You can pick up a digital copy of his magazine, but if you have not got a copy of that magazine that comes out monthly, make sure that you do that. It's got a diamond in the rough feature that talks about local high school kids across the state, gives a background story on them. So make sure you pick up the Louisiana Gridiron Football magazine.
Well, still not completely sure what our delay is about. 4:05 remaining here in the third quarter. It's a 23-7 lead. The blue team, the visiting team on the scoreboard over the red team. Blue team with the ball at the red 25. And the official's going to signal it ready for play with no explanation to us on what the delay was about. So
I did notice he made some changes in the placement of these officials. I don't know if that had something to do with the discussion, but that's the only change I've noticed.
Okay, thank you, Miles, from the sideline. Pump. Now Abshire going down. He's got number 11.
That's too easy.
Jaden Johnson into the end zone for the blue team as the young man out of Lake Charles is St. Louis Catholic High with the touchdown of 25 yards.
That will come back due to
call
holding.
it back, a holding call.
Good Lord.
Looked up here, Miles, maybe you can help us on that it was set up with a pretty good pump fake that had the DB jump that route, and while 11 was so wide open.
And the flag will negate the play. Holding
All right, white hat and number 77 discussing it with him, saying it's not
We
me.
have a holding on the offense, 10-yard penalty, still first down.
All right, so he doesn't call a number, but the fact that
That 77 Gabe Rankins was discussing it.
yes,
Gabe Rankins goes 6'4", 350, and what a big offensive lineman there in Gabe Rankins. Rankins, of course, holds an offer from Louisiana College, and good move there.
3 receivers to the right, 1 to the left for Abshire. As he play action now rolls out, looking downfield, and through the hands of one linebacker, and Caleb Williams we thought he made the reception. Official says no.
Calling it incomplete, that he trapped it. But again, another one of those passes that was nearly intercepted.
And another flag.
Ineligible receiver downfield is
We
going
have
to
an
be the
eligible
call.
receiver downfield, number 77 offense, 5 yards, still first down.
I think they're going after my man right
Oh
there.
man, that's 2 penalties in a row. We tried a little bit earlier calling out some of the offensive linemen's names. 65 Quentin Ross is in right now. 77 Gabe Rankins, as you mentioned. So trying to get some of these offensive linemen whose names do not get called unless it's
bad.
Unless it's in a penalty situation. So first down and a long bus ride as Abshire back to pass, throws complete, and riding him hard out of bounds, and they're going to get a personal foul and going to get that what may be the first down out of that on the personal foul as they rode the receiver Tyler Williams out of bounds beyond the white that you have there for the coaches' boxes. And so the white hat will sort that out and explain it to us here in just a moment. But It was a good reception of about 15 yards to Jalen, or rather to Tyler Williams, but
I didn't really see the out-of-bounds play unless they threw
We
him
have
down.
a personal foul, late hit out of bounds, number 12 offense.
defense.
That would be a 15-yard penalty.
Defense is what he meant. That's correct.
No, I mean, he rode him beyond the white.
Repeat first down.
Repeat.
No.
Okay.
At any rate,
It is a first down for the blue team, or should be anyway.
the play of right tackle Micah Mansfield on that. He's 6'3", 300 out of Ouachita Parish High School is what I was watching at, and is just a man on that side.
Now the down marker has second down. Not sure about that. And they got it to Caleb Williams, and we're going to have a face mask as they were going to do the halfback option or wide receiver option with Caleb, who can throw the football and actually quarterbacked a little bit this year. Let's go to the white hat. Personal foul, face mask. He'll make the signal and then turn his mic.
We have a face mask on the defense, number 44. Half the distance to the goal line.
I looked
First
in.
down.
I looked into the play to see where it was, and I couldn't really see the face mask on there. But I saw the young man 44 coming off, shaking his hand, so you knew it got caught up in there somehow. Was the problem? You hate to see that. Jacob Humphrey has had a great game. He's out of Sam Houston, 6'5", 244.
Another good indication for me was that Caleb Williams was going towards English Village, but his head was going
It was
toward
going the other way.
Street. So that told me that something may not be right there. So the official says half the distance to the goal, and I do believe we'll have a first down now. So.
And now the blue team, by way of a couple of penalties, the big 15-yard personal foul out of bounds, and now the face mask penalty has really got them in. And this is that area where Abshire likes to hit Williams on the slant. Williams lined up to the slot to the near side.
Two receivers on each side, with the running back being Desmond Wyndon. Now they start the clock, under 3 minutes left, third quarter. Blue team with a 23-7 lead. They move Wyndon from the right pocket to the left pocket of the quarterback, Abshire, and they hand it off to him on the draw as he comes back near side. 15, dives over the tackle to the 13, maybe even the 11. Yeah, they're going to give him all the way to the 11-yard line. So a nice job of by Abshire moving his running back to the other side, knowing that they were going to run him to the right, and he picks up 3 on the play.
Good job of Taj Adams going low that time, making the runner jump there and leave his feet, and no more success with it. So Adams able to step in there.
2:09 remaining, third quarter. It is second down and 7. They're going to hand off this time to Steve Land. Williams, number 6, gets around, and boy, he ducks it under and cuts it in for the touchdown. It is a 14-yard run for Steve Land Williams Jr. Nice job by the running back from McDonagh, 35, out of New Orleans.
Yeah, Steve Land Williams there just
did that
really,
earlier in the game.
Yes, he did. Doing a lot of work out there for this blue team, and the Miles Page experiment continues as the blue team has put this one in.
Oh man, gotta love it, gotta love it.
No offers for that young man either, and so coach has got to see this and say, hey, give that man opportunity.
And Miles with Andy Bryson right down there beside you. Let's get some thoughts from Andy on this game so far, if you don't mind, for us.
Yeah, I got Andy here right next to me. So far, what have you seen that you like so far in this game?
Oh, I just love the competition. I mean, these guys are really fighting it out. Red team's not giving up. They keep pushing forward. I'm looking forward to this to Jason McClendon turning that offense up a little bit this next quarter and a half.
Yeah, I think that's what's going to happen. I appreciate your time, Coach.
Miles, if you get a chance, ask him what happened on that official when he went out onto the field there.
Yeah,
I actually did ask him that when he first got over here.
Yeah.
No comment.
And you see, Douglas,
That's right.
I wasn't going to put him on the spot like that because I
knew he had the info.
I figured he had asked him already, and
see, us guys coming together, and I'm not knowing. I didn't know he was there with it. Great job as always by Miles.
Well, and I could also tell by Andy's
no comment
smile when he walked by Miles that Miles had asked him something, and I'm sure it wasn't what he had for dinner. So that's good, and it is good for the blue team, the visiting team. The younger brother, Marcus Randall, led blue team over the older brother, Eric Randall's red team. The home team on the scoreboard lead is 30-7 as we're just under 2 minutes remaining in this third quarter, and McCready again will kick it between the T and the S, and the Wildcats in the end zone for the touchback.
You know, you talk a little bit more about the Randall brothers, and Eric, 8 years older than the younger Marcus. Eric had opportunities to go away from home and play a lot of different areas. Chose to stay home because he wanted to be that father figure in Marcus's life. And you talk to a lot of people from that area, and they said they really looked up to Eric. Eric stayed home, played at Southern University, of course, in the Southern University Hall of Fame there. And what a great mentor, what a great person that Eric Randall is. But Marcus taking no mercy on him tonight.
No, none whatsoever. Two receivers on each side for Hayes, Fawcett, and Fawcett threw behind the intended receiver, 85 Gregory Norman III, incomplete.
Yeah, and McClendon, McClendon was the head coach of the blue team last year that got the victory in there. And so he has moved to offensive coordinator of the red team on this one. But defensive led that comeback by the blue team last year. McClendon has switched sides and looking to get going.
Fawcett on the handoff, and not any running room, if you will, for the running back. Dropped in the backfield. Jocquez Lott.
Again, Antonio Davis out of General Trask. We have called his name for that blue team defense over and over tonight. Appreciate all of those that are watching back at home and around the world on there.
It certainly is a great opportunity for these young men to get this showcase of an opportunity, whether they play on the next level or not. Fawcett back to pass. Hayes has got his man complete, and a nice completion to number 26, Jalen Pendleton out of Baker, Louisiana. Pendleton with the nice catch and kind of tiptoeing along the sidelines there as he'll get all the way up to the 34 for a red team first down.
Pendleton, of course, the recipient of the lone touchdown reception here, thrown in this one in that end zone that the red team is marching towards now. First down and 10 from the 34, go the red.
Hayes Fawcett has two receivers on each side. The back play action. Fawcett quick out, complete. 35, 40, 41, 42-yard line. I saw a towel go up, not a flag, but a towel on the pass completion
Troy
to
Hall
number 2, Troy Hall, the 6'1", 175-pound senior from Pineville High.
And of course, you followed Troy. Any ideas on his future plans, Rich?
I do not know for sure. I know he played in the blue-gray game over in Texas last week, I think.
That's correct, yep.
And
had a touchdown reception from the son of Bubby Brister in that.
And again, on high pass intended for Pendleton. But I think, Hall, I think has had some interest from Division II NAIA Mississippi College.
Yes, he has that. And talked to his dad a lot this week. He was at a lot of the functions that we had. And if Troy had his rathers, would like to go up to Monroe and play there at ULM, is what he wants to do.
Gotcha. End of the quarter is coming up here in just a moment.
Ball on the ground.
Yeah, Fawcett fortunate to fall on it. Was looking to see if at the end of the quarter if there was an opportunity to get to one of our.
You can go ahead.
All right, so
we had the opportunity to talk to C.J. Maiden, who is the coach at St. Aug after doing some time. We'll let Rich get to that and cue it up. Opportunity to catch up with C.J. Maiden. He is a Hall of Fame coach here, been around the area first year at St. Augustine, but has been all around football his entire life. And Coach, when we heard you on the first day, you were the first coach to speak, and you really gave some inspiration. It's about these kids to you, and you tell that. Give me your thoughts on that.
Yeah, you know, the life today that I live is dedicated to the young people. So I try to encourage them that the way of life is not as easy as they may think. I've been through the hard, I've been through the soft, and I've been successful. So I can come back and tell them about the ups and downs of our life and try to get them motivated.
A game like this features a lot of small town players on there. What do you tell a kid that's from a small town, because that hits right home with you? Yeah,
that hits home with me. I say I might call myself a small town boy with a big dream that came true. So, you know, just letting the kids know it makes no difference where you're from. You know, if you're an athlete and you're good enough, you can come out of anywhere and be any place at any time. So just because it's a small school, it doesn't mean that you can't go big time. It's a proven fact with my life story.
There you go. Well, we're catching up with head coach C.J. Maiden. And, Coach, thank you so much for taking your time. What's the one thing maybe you tell these guys as they're getting ready to leave high school and go off into a world that's really uncertain for them?
I tell them, you know, when you go off in the world, what you got to do, you got to observe your surroundings. Make sure you pick the right people to be around. So nowadays, you know, you got to select your company that you be around. It's important that the people you surround yourself with is a positive person, motivating you to move forward and not to move backwards.
There you go. We appreciate the time you spent with us, Coach. C.J. Maiden, St. Augustine, getting ready for an awesome game. Thanks, Coach.
And a good opportunity there, Doug, to talk with CJ when he spoke on Thursday. You know, a young man that
played with Roger Staubach at the Naval Academy.
Right, and so I think he said he was 70 years old, and you know, but he's still pouring every ounce that he has into these guys. As we saw the end of the third quarter, pass was complete to Troy Hall to end the quarter, and the red team will be looking at a fourth down when we come back. But that's the kind of guys that we have here that have given of their time the last 48-plus hours to these young men.
They have, and it's when this thing ends another quarter from now, you're going to see a lot of hugs. You're going to see some prayer and folks gathering up, because these are memories that they'll take with them forever. You know, a way to follow the Louisiana Gridiron action, of course, is to go on Facebook and like the Louisiana Gridiron Football Facebook page. Jump over to 446 Sports, 446 SPORTS, no break in the words, 446 Sports, and like that Facebook page, and you'll be able to follow adventures throughout the season through different kinds of sports, and we appreciate all of those that have already done that.
And it actually is a first down, as they had not updated the marker. Fawcett throws behind Troy Hall to this near side. Pass incomplete, so much like on the blue team, where you've got Abshire and Caleb Williams developing some rapport, you've got this one here with Hayes Fawcett and Troy Hall have started to develop a little bit of a 1-2.
You have, and one of the receivers that I thought we would hear a little bit more from tonight, and I'll try to get over to him, is the big receiver out of Manny, and I've got to find where he went on here.
Two receivers on each side for the red team, as number 4 is in, and he throws complete. There were two receivers in the same area. It went through 85's hands and went into Troy Hall's hands. So even with Fawcett coming out and Jordan Preuett coming back in, still throwing to the receiver from Pineville, Hall, for a first down into blue territory at the 44.
85 was another big player out of let's see, that's 85, Gregory Norman out of St. Aug in New Orleans. And just a wealth of talent. You see why St. Aug had such a great year.
Again, 2 receivers on each side. For the quarterback, he steps up in the pocket, now gets out of a tackle, has got some running room, comes near side, and will be pushed out of bounds right into Miles Page, who kept number 4 from going into the bench. And a little extra push there outside the white there, but second down.
Hayden Seneca out of Berwick in there on that one. Had an opportunity to talk to that young man, too. Very, very good young man is Hayden Seneca. So getting over there and just, you never know the quarterback. It was a mad dash. He was going east and west, not north and south at all, trying to get there, and it was a foot race. And just sometimes you just like to give a little extra shove in there. Second down and 8.
Just starting this fourth quarter, it's a 30-7 lead in favor of the blue, but red marching back. Quarterback on the screen, got the pass complete to Pendleton. Pendleton cuts back 40. Pendleton upended at the 35-yard line, but a nice job as a flag comes in late.
Flag on the play.
As we'll check the flag on the play.
Hopefully not calling a face mask on that. It was up around the shoulder pad was that tackle. And they did call that, and I don't agree. It looked like it because he got moved around so quickly. But the hand, it looked like up around the top of the shoulder pad area is where I saw it. Again, I'm a ways away from the play, but the binoculars were right on there.
So that'll help the red team, no doubt, to move into the red zone at the 20-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10 from the 20. Trailing 30-7 is the red team.
They are in the red zone, seeing if they could finish this drive off, maybe make it a 2-score game.
2 receivers on each side, and they're going to hand off. Stiff arm inside the 20 to the 18-yard line. Good job barreling his way in is number 22, Dylan Lewis, 215-pound back out of Barb High School in Lake Charles.
Hunter Harriman, number 8 out of Rosepine, coming in and making that. And, Andy Bryson has a certain love for Rosepine. It's his hometown where he came out of. And that kind of led to it. The small town player didn't really get a lot of recognition. And Andy said, you know what? Talent needs to be showcased, and that's what he's done.
2 receivers on each side for Jordan Preuett. Preuett back to pass, going toward that right corner, but number 13, the intended receiver, Josh Cummings, the 6'3" wide receiver out of Rosepine, but he had cut his route off, and unfortunately the ball sailed on into the end zone. But, yeah, you talk about that. Only in a game like this will a young kid from Rosepine get the opportunity to tackle a kid from Barb.
That's exactly right. And show that he can. Show that he can compete on that level. 42, Antonio Davis in on that play. The 6', 215-pound DB from General Trask has been all over the field tonight. 2
receivers both sides. Preuett steps out and now steps in up the pocket. He stepped out of a tackle and then moved up into the pocket and got to the 19. So he'll actually lose a yard from the line of scrimmage. It's going to be 4th down and 9. 4th down and 9 for the red team.
Chris Norris and Chris Chapman in there on that play, and the quarterback just had to slide down to get out of harm's way in that one because those 2 guys were on him. Need to do something here to keep this drive and get some points in.
Red team going forward on 4th down and 9. 2 receivers both sides. Low snap. Preuett picks it up. He's going toward the corner of the end zone, but no one is there. As a number 43, I think, was the intended receiver, Drake Dye, the young man you were talking about out of Manny. But the ball went left, he went right, and it fell incomplete in the end zone, so the red team will turn it over on downs.
Yeah, they will, and now you know you had to go for it there. Down by 3 scores in this one, 12-14 to go. You got to believe if the blue team can go down and get something here, that may salt this one away. You know there's going to be no quit in this red team at all. They're going to come out, but you don't expect to see a lot of you're going to see a lot of grinding. But these kids are on display, and you want to see them get out there and play. Abshire has gone the entire way. We've talked about that. The only true quarterback on the roster for the blue team this year.
And he has certainly been the gunslinger worthy of that higher handoff to Gallashaw. Gallashaw across the 20 to the 25-yard line for the blue team.
Picking up 5 yards, 6 yards they'll give him out to the 26-yard line roughly. 11:55 to go in a 30-7 one. The umbrellas are put away.
Thank
This has been a very enjoyable evening. It's not been too cold, not been too hot. It's been a great night.
Guillory, the running back, to the right side of the quarterback, Abshire. 2 receivers right, 1 left. Now Guillory cuts back 25, Guillory 30, and Guillory spun around but gets the first down. Colin Guillory out of Church Point, Louisiana.
That's Peyton Maracantel there, so we know Grandma is proud about that stop in the backfield or after that play. And it's these kids are starting to set in on them that, hey, we've got less than a quarter to go in our high school career. Let's go out there and let's get after it.
3 receivers right, 1 to the left. Claps the hand, calls for the football, picks it up off the turf, throws back over the middle. Pass intended for number 84, Jamarcus Johnson, out of Waterproof.
Scott Wiseby out of Rosepine was there too. You know, the one thing that I guess if there is a thing that you'll have to watch on Abshire is that he trusts that lightning arm that he has, such a powerful arm, and will try to throw off that back foot. I'd like to see him plant off of it and throw a little more off the front.
Runs the option on the pitch. This is 18 going right side.
Wow.
Mahmoud Bailey from St. Aug out of New Orleans.
Bailey with a touchdown earlier in the game for the blue team. Had a couple of big runs, went 18 and then 5 and got the touchdown earlier. So Bailey doing a great job running the ball for the blue.
Got that first down there. So blue team padding the lead here, 30-7, and moving the ball again with another first down at their 47. Again, they pitch it this time coming near side. Stiff arm, 50, 49, 48-yard line as number 18 again, Mahmoud Bailey, 5'10", 195 out of St. Aug. Nice job of picking up 6 on the play, 2nd down and 4.
Yeah, Bailey, a great running back out of St. Augustine, down in the New Orleans area, and just very impressed with the way that he gets out in space and will go get it. And again, no offers for that young man either. He's got to fit somewhere.
4 on the carry. This time is Desmond Wyndon. And the Baker, Louisiana product gets inside the 45 to the 43 where we have a red team member that was down but back up.
You just think that fatigue starting to set in some of these guys too. They had the long practice day yesterday. Right after Christmas, they load up and they come up on Wednesday on Thursday, come into Pineville, and it's been a practice that evening and the festivities and then practice the next morning all day.
Handoff, number 4, Wyndon Got caught by that jersey initially and stopped his forward progress and gets back to the line of scrimmage, the original line of scrimmage. It'll be second down and 10 again from the 43 of the red team.
Dalen Colligan, the big defensive end, 6'6", 255 out of Capital in Baton Rouge, was in on that stop. And he's one of those that talk to the LaGrange coaches. And so we'll see. He might see him playing somewhere in Georgia.
Under 9 minutes remaining. They'll move tight end from the right side to the left side. Two receivers right, one left, and maybe a little too much motion there as the white hat will give us the signal here. And that's what I was afraid of for the blue team.
We have a false start on offense. 5 yards, second down.
So false start on the offense, a little too much movement there maybe.
They have, we talked about fatigue a little bit earlier, Rich. These guys, it's been a couple of weeks since they've played, most of them, except the Oak Grove guys that won the state championship not long ago. Congratulations to them. But, they're used to playing 48 minutes in a game, too. This one is 60. It's 4 15s. And so that 12 minutes, that's like playing 5 quarters in high school.
On the handoff, Steve Land, I believe that is, almost got away again. And Steve Land Williams Jr. from McDonagh 35 gets almost back to the line of scrimmage, gets 4 of those penalty yards back. It's going to be third down and 11 from the red team 44.
Jabbar Triplett coming up and making another stop in this one. That's the young man that has committed and signed to go out to Arizona and play ball, move out west there, and they'll be getting a good one.
2 receivers right, 1 to the left. Back to pass, quarterback going downfield and just outstretched, past the outstretched hands of Caleb Hassan. As
what a great strong arm that young man has, and we saw it on display, and that's going to bring out the punt team now for the blue team, and we'll see the first opportunity for the punter from the blue team that is not from John Curtis.
Yeah,
this is number 40.
Marquise McKnight.
Right.
Will be coming on. Long snapper is John Bergeron, number 57 out of Covington, Louisiana, St. Paul High School.
Up back number 20 is, Hayden Seneca there.
Marquise McKnight out of Madison Prep in Baton Rouge.
We saw him able to kick the ball into the end zone from this area. We'll see if you got your 2 return guys just inside the 5 looking to return this one. You see Armstead get a hold of it. That'd be exciting anyway, number 29.
Don't know that he'll get the chance as they kick away from him, and the ball is going to bounce at the 10. And a nice job of getting downfield and downing the ball for the blue team.
Number 3 of the blue team went down there. That's Dejon Franklin out of Madison Prep. That went down there and it looked like the ball bounced up and went in, but great position. That was one of those that Marquise turned the football over just a little bit and kicked that high one to get a little bit of bounce on it. Did just that and killed the ball inside the 5-yard line. Great punt by that young man.
Yeah, if he wouldn't have been there, it would have went on into the end zone. And so good job there by special teams. Even though you can't rush, you certainly can get back in coverage.
Correct.
And that puts the red team in the position of having to go 95 yards here, just under 7 minutes remaining in this all-star game. If older brother is going to get anything back on younger brother. Cummings sweeping near side at the 10 to the 15-yard line. Nice run by number 29 for the red team. That is Randolph Armstead, just taking that ball and picking up 10 yards for a red team first down.
The power of social media, Rich. Earlier in the day, Josh Sibley posted some punting and kicking duties of Marquise McKnight about that he ought to be somewhere.
I actually liked it. So,
and we retweeted that, and I'll tell you, I'll finish that after this.
Yes. Here we go again on the run. Armstead 20, 25, Armstead 30. Armstead takes a licking and keeps on ticking up to the 35-yard line. This time a 15-yard pickup and another Armstead first down.
Indeed it was. So getting back to the story,
yes,
that we retweeted it and said, hey, this needs to be our 446 Sports Twitter page, said that he needs to be somewhere, and got a tweet back from Coach Seth Johnson of the Louisiana Community Christian Huskies, said they're very interested in him.
How about that? Handoff, number 8 gets out of it. Good job by Dante Gallashaw. And Gallashaw from the Wampus Cats over in Leesville, home of Hall of Famer Kevin Mawai. Gets across the 35, made something out of nothing as they actually had him at the line of scrimmage, and he picks up 2 to make it second down and 8.
Mawai's on that staff out in Arizona State.
Yeah, he's on Herm Edwards' staff there.
So see all the knowledge that you get out of there. Kevin White, just such a great ambassador for Southwest Louisiana, for NFL, just a great guy.
Second down and 8 for the red team. Back to pass. Fawcett now tucks it and looking to run. Gets 40, and he tries to slide, and he does get right at the first down marker. But you can tell Hayes Fawcett he may be a running quarterback, but he's not going to take that hit. And Fawcett, 6 foot 180 out of Kinder. Gets the first down, though, as he slid right at the 45. So 3 first downs on a drive that started at the 5-yard line.
Southern Labs Mike Wicker in on that one.
So it is another red team first down, 2 receivers each side. Back to pass, Fawcett got a man complete at the blue team 45-yard line. Check the pass completion here as
I remember a day we didn't need binoculars for this.
Well, the other point, thank you, Doug, is we both reached for our binoculars. But I will say this, his jersey is a little, scrambled there in the front. So I believe that's
it's bunched up. That's correct.
Yes. I think that's Jalen Pendleton and on the reception. So second down and 1 after the 9-yard reception. Fawcett throws near side, and this catch made by 43 Drake Dye, the receiver out of Manning, and I believe his first one of the night.
It is, and he's just a big, solid, wide receiver out of a perennial power in Manny down in 2A.
Played for state championship.
Absolutely did, and just a real great receiver out there.
Lost to Faraday in the state championship game. Head coach Stanley Smith. Congratulations.
About 3 years into the program there with Stanley Smith, and a great job he did.
Fawcett scrambles again. Fawcett's got Dye, but Dye could not come back to where the football ultimately landed. And pass incomplete. It'll be second down and 10.
Drake Dye with offers from Mississippi College and from ETBU over in Tyler, Texas.
Well,
so we'd like to see him not over there.
Need to get in the game, LC.
That's right. Well, of course, now LC's got a list on here of some of their offers, but it's not near the 43. And you remember Coach Justin Charles would go out and hand-deliver these offers to these kids. And what a great moment that is.
Let's walk him out to 43.
Yeah, no kidding.
So we'll see. Back to pass. Fawcett going to get hit as he throws, and sliding out, but not able to bring in the catch. Number 15 for the red team, Andrew Myrick out of Central High School in Baton Rouge.
2 minutes, 2 seconds to go in this one, Rich, and whereas the score, the final score is not in doubt in this one. Man, what a great game it's been. The talent has been on display here.
I tell you, I was worried about the weather. I was worried about attendance. I was worried about LSU playing. And
none of that.
None of that affected this game here. And, again, just building blocks, hopefully, for what will be many games to come. Back to pass. Fawcett looking left side. Receiver, bobbles and not able to bring it in as he was sliding back toward the center of the field, and the ball going toward the sideline on the pass intended for Troy Hall on the far side, and it'll bring up 4th down and 10 from the blue team 42, 4th down and 10.
You know, Rich, a lot of these fans, most of these fans, I'd have to say, will go home and watch this game again when Andy and them put it up on the YouTube channel. It will be on the Louisiana Gridiron Football's YouTube channel. I want to thank all of them for coming into Central Louisiana and making that. We'll hold here just a minute.
Fawcett gets away. Fawcett trying to get that first down, but he's not going to get there, and it'll be a turnover on downs with 1:37 left. But yes, I mean, you and I both, our full-time jobs while we love sports and broadcasting, obviously is working for the city of Pineville. And, this was an event we as leaders of the city want to have happen in our city. And, we mentioned at the top of the broadcast that there are senior bowls like this in other parts of the state. But this is the only bowl that brings everybody together from all corners of the state. And so we certainly are happy to have it here in Pineville. A lot of these kids arrived on Thursday. And
that's a lot to send your young man up here the day after Christmas to get them to come into the middle part of the state. And you don't see them again until most of them came in today to watch this game. But can't thank you enough for coming to our little neck of the woods there, the heart of Central Louisiana, and visiting with us in Pineville. And we hope to see you anytime.
Ball is on the ground, and nice job by the quarterback. Abshire just a fall on it with 1:28 remaining. He'll lose 7 on the play. It'll be 2nd down and 17 back from their own 34-yard line. Again, thanks to Louisiana Gridiron Football for bringing their game here to Pineville and the campus of Louisiana College.
Ultimate Apparel, who sponsored the uniforms for both teams in there tonight, the Alexandria Pineville CVB.
As Abshire has the ball knocked away, and number 90 for the red team got his big paw on it. Keenan Caldwell, 293-pound back.
And Les Miles is waiting on him to get there.
Yeah, out of Oak Grove. And Oak Grove coached by another former Wildcat, Ryan Gregory.
That's right, state champion Oak Grove now, who kind of went off in that game, in the state championship game. They really had a big one.
So, again, we appreciate everyone being on board here and supporting the game here tonight at Louisiana College.
So game 1 of the Randall versus Randall Bowl is going to go to Marcus Randall, the younger brother. He will take that. The blue team will go to 2-0. In this, different coaches, different sides, and Randy James here announcing that they're going to everybody to hang tight, because after the game they're going to announce the MVPs from each side of it, and so we'll have the trophy presentation after this is over with.
So who do we think that may be? I mean, you've got 3 field goals off the foot of McCready. You've got a couple of touchdown runs by the running back for the blue team.
Bailey.
Right.
It's hard to go against Abshire in this game. A quarterback's going to get a lot of love in a game like this, but the McCready has really set things up the hard way. I don't know. That's a difficult choice. If I had to vote on it, I've got 29.7 to determine exactly what we're gonna do in that, and guess what those guys will do. I said beforehand that it was Abshire's to lose. That I thought, based on what he did, he had a good shot of doing that. But I'm gonna tell you, I like the kicking of McCready. I just don't know that you can give it to a field goal kicker in a time when there's been a couple of touchdown passes. I go Abshire with the MVP.
All right. And for the red team, there's not.
Let me tell you, the spark plug that was in there was Randolph Armstead. I like the way that he came and played and added to the game.
Well, that is the end of the contest as the blue team, the visitors on the scoreboard, get the win 30-7 over the red team. The home team here as Marcus Randall wins over his brother Eric Randall. But everybody wins tonight as it has been a great night on the campus of Louisiana College, a great night for high school football as these young men, whether they go and play on the next level or not, have been a part of a very special night here. And appreciate all of our coaches as well. 20-plus coaches from around the state and handing off their medals as well, being given out to the players. But we do have an MVP for both, and Doug is going to try to. We don't have Andy Mike, so
if we've got Miles out there that can get. Yeah, Miles is right there next to Andy.
Okay,
so
good,
he'll be around.
Maybe we will be able to pick up some of that. So, Andy's trying to keep everybody together here on the field. So again, they're letting the players know what they're going to do, and we'll step in here in just a moment with the microphone so that not the stands, but at least folks watching will be able to hear this. So, all right, let's see.
Southern University Hall of Famer Eric Randall and head coach of the red team, his younger brother, former LSU quarterback and NFL player.
Randy's got them backwards, but.
Thank you, gentlemen, for your participation here tonight. Thank you to all of our coaches.
All right, so let's
if we can get Miles inside there with the microphone.
If Andy's talking.
NFL experience.
My man.
There he is.
Well, we're having a little technical issue there.
Sure. They're trying to get the offensive coordinator and defensive coordinator from each team right now.
Okay,
they're just waiting.
Gotcha.
Appreciate you guys sticking around on the internet for tonight's trophy presentation also.
Defensive player of the game is Chris McNair.
Chris McNair.
Chris McNair of the red team will be the defensive MVP in this one.
Okay.
Blue team, DC.
Number 10 from Jonesboro Hodge, Jalen Kendrick.
Jalen Kendrick from Jonesboro Hodge. So they're letting the position coaches pick that. All right, so red team offensive player of the game.
Offensive player for the red team from Carver, Randolph Armstead.
Yeah.
That was my pick. Came in and was a spark plug in that one.
Good pick.
That's
good
right.
Pick. Good pick.
So I'm 1 for 1 on my pick there.
All right, Darren Moore will make the selection. No, maybe not.
What is this? Let's go Stephen Williams, McDonagh 35.
All right.
Stephen Williams out of McDonagh 35 will be the red team MVP.
Called
the
Steve
blue
Lance.
blue team MVP.
Yeah.
Brother, you got dropped on, bro.
All right.
And anybody could have had that in there too. So it was a great job by Williams.
All right, for the second annual. Yes, sir. Coach of the year for the LGF All Star Bowl game goes to
Marcus Randall pulling out another miracle right there and enjoying that one. So great job. Great job, Marcus Randall there. And Rich, I've had a pleasure in all of the football that we've called in 2019 with you on this one. It puts an end to another Louisiana Gridiron Football Bowl All-Star game.
Hey, again, appreciate Miles Page being down there on the sideline with us today, too.
Absolutely.
In addition to cheering on his son, number 99. It is just a great night all the way around. Again, we thank you. Final score is the blue team 30, the red team 7. Great win tonight for the blue team.
And look forward to hearing that good news that Miles Page was dropping on us that he won't tell us right now. So we look forward to that. And congratulations to the future for Cameron Page and that family.
Yes, indeed. No doubt about that. Again, thank you to everyone for being a part of tonight's game. Again, Louisiana Gridiron Football, second annual All-Star game from here in Pineville on the campus of Louisiana College is officially in the books. Blue team wins over the red team, visitor over the home team tonight by a score of 30-7. For Miles Page on the sideline, Doug Gann, I'm Rich Dupree. Thanks for listening tonight to Louisiana Gridiron Football from Pineville. We'll see you next time for All-Star action from Louisiana College.
In Louisiana, football is year-round. At Louisiana Gridiron Football, we're more than just a magazine. Our mission is simple: bring you the inside scoop on the teams that matter most to you. Go to LouisianaGridironFootball.com and subscribe today.